morning, lovely people. It is Friday, the 6th of January. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. Let's introduce ourselves.
First intro of the week.
That's that. And it is your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
I'm not being funny. I feel like you should have worked something in there about not loving white women to redeem yourself a little bit. But then again,
It's true, you know.
I did say on my stories that Brent cannot edit things that we do not say. Unless it's me, of course. But yeah, I think your PR is a bit down bad. Have you put on the clock app, Brent?
Clock app?
Yeah, TikTok.
Why'd you call it that?
Everyone calls it that.
Clock app?
Clock. It's a clock app.
Why?
TikTok.
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 Oh.
Smart, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, the girls came up with that.
Okay. And I think it's just cooking.
Oh, is it? Oh, I love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. There's one person who said, pro-black, kiss my teeth.
I love that. I'm here for it.
Yeah, have you reposted it on your story?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
What, did he edit him up?
Listen, badly.
man.
What not badly.
It was funny.
He just edited what was
didn't
said
edit
in this
anything.
room.
I just clipped it.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, clipped it.
Just clipped it.
I love those. I love technicalities like that.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing this lovely morning, this lovely Friday?
It's all right.
You sound like that. Oh, it's the first Friday of the year.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Oh, it is. Lovely. Love that.
Great day.
Great day.
What time to be alive?
Oh, you don't even wear shorts. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, because I was running late.
I feel like you should open your wardrobe and it's just like shorts, just hung up, just hella shorts.
I took all my shorts out. I was just gonna wear shorts for the foreseeable future.
I could see.
But yeah, I'm yeah, I got like 4 laid out on the side. So next week.
Next week.
I'll just,
I saw you.
mm.
Love it. Love it. We good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man.
Nice. All right, let's get into our first headlines.
Let's do it. Interesting one.
Fucked up, man.
What happened?
Hey, it's not plural. It's Brent.
What happened?
You know plural up in here.
I think you just seen the clip. It's terrible, isn't it?
Is the Umar like?
Isn't it?
You better ask Ben to hide. When Dr. Umar's gonna come up here, you better ask Ben to hide that because
Let me post this. You're gonna get some followers. I got a lot of white women on my on my page, bro. There's a lot of white women.
they're gonna love you.
I need to put a
They're
public.
Bro,
looking-
please put a press statement out.
They're looking for a king as well. Please, trust me. They're gonna snap you up. Let me put you up.
Nah,
there.
for real. Like, pro-black and he loves white girls. Let's do it.
This is crazy.
No, that's lit. You're gonna have to talk to your people. So,
I might
put a
need
statement
to.
out.
It's true, you know.
This can't be your story, King. It just can't.
God forbid.
Oh dear.
All right, so our first story is about Vladimir Putin, and basically he's offering a ceasefire. I know nobody saw this happen.
Wow.
Yes.
That's all right.
Petrol prices are about to come down. What
No, I didn't see it coming. Sorry, I'm lying.
did you say?
No, I didn't see it coming.
Oh, did you say you saw it coming? No, I don't think Putin saw it coming.
It's because of the funny Christmas.
There you
What
go.
happened on Christmas?
I'm about to tell you. So basically, he's
No,
ordered.
sorry. You are such a king. Not you keeping up with the news when TDA was on break. I love this. I love it.
So basically, Vladimir Putin has ordered his defense minister to impose a 36-hour ceasefire on the Ukrainian front line,
Oh, he's a dickhead.
beginning today. So the ceasefire is scheduled to start at 12 o'clock Moscow time, which is 9 o'clock GMT, which will coincide with the Russian Orthodox Christmas, like Mark just said. Mr. Putin asked Ukraine to reciprocate, but Kyiv quickly rejected the request. Those guys want war. So Ukraine's Zelensky said the truce was an attempt to stop his country's military advances. The Kremlin statement appeared to stress that President Putin ordered his troops to stop fighting, not because he was de-escalating. Apparently, they actually brought in there to say Putin never de-escalates, but because he had listened to an appeal from the head of the Russian Orthodox Church. Patriarch Kirill had called for a Christmas truce to allow believers to attend church services for Orthodox Christmas. The Russian Orthodox Christmas the Russian Orthodox Church celebrates Christmas Day on the 7th of January. That's according to the Julian calendar. The Kremlin statement said, taking into consideration the appeal by Patriarch Kirill, the president hereby instructs the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation to impose a ceasefire regime along the entire line of contact in Ukraine for the 36-hour period. Mr. Putin's order called on Ukraine to reciprocate so that the large numbers of Orthodox believers who reside in areas where hostilities are taking place could celebrate Christmas Eve on Friday and Christmas Day on Saturday. In his nightly video address, Ukraine's President Zelensky said Russia wanted to use the truce as a cover to stop Ukrainian advances in the eastern Donbas region and bring in more men and equipment. Do you guys believe Putin?
No. Why do Russians have a different Christmas to everybody else?
They go by the Julian calendar. So like
Who's Julian?
Julius Caesar. Yeah.
What, like a king from back in the day?
Yeah.
This world, we have too much free. We actually have too much free will in this world, you know?
Who's Julian?
What? What the actual hell?
Yeah, but the whole world was going by it before, and then we changed it. Well, not we, but the Pope changed it.
Yeah, but this is like way before my time.
Yeah,
It's like BC times, probably.
No, actually, I think both of them actually. No, Julian was BC, I believe, but the Gregorian one that we go by now.
Who?
Gregorian.
Who's Gregory?
Who's Greg?
I think it's the Pope, isn't it? The Pope.
Okay,
Pope, innit?
fair enough. Yeah, but then if Ukraine have declined it, that means Ukraine can attack them then.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. But then Putin's obviously just not going to observe it. You know what I'm saying? He won't observe it. He's offering, saying, guys, agree to this and it'll be cool.
But they haven't agreed.
Yeah.
So it's still on.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing, but I thought like, this would be a great time to.
Yeah, for Christ, isn't it?
For Christ.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
You know, back then they used to war anyway. Their wars were serious and all.
There you go, man.
But fine.
Yeah, so our next headline is kind of like a continuation of the whole China COVID situation. And basically, people are again questioning if China cooking the books, man. So the growing number of Chinese public figures, apparently, whose deaths are being made public is prompting people to question the official COVID death toll. This is like the public figures, yeah? Imagine. So the death of a lady by the name of Chu Lanlan, who's 40 years old, she was an opera singer, last month came as a shock to many, given how young she was. Her family said they were saddened by her abrupt departure, but did not give details of the cause of her death. China scrapped its strict zero COVID policy in December and has seen a rapid surge of infections and deaths. There are reports of hospitals and crematoriums becoming overwhelmed, but the country has stopped publishing daily cases data and has announced only 22 COVID deaths since December, using its own strict criteria. Now, only those who die from respiratory illnesses such as pneumonia are counted. So on Wednesday, the World Health Organization warned that China were underrepresenting the true impact of COVID in the country, especially as it pertains to deaths. But the death of Chu Lanlan and others is sparking speculation about greater losses than those reported on official accounts.
Death of who?
Chu Lanlan.
Who?
Now you know he.
Chu Lanlan. And the next headline, it's not really a headline as such, but I kind of just wanted to give you an update since we kind of spoke about the man yesterday. And this is Prince Harry, right?
Yes.
So basically, there's been a preview of his book. It's been leaked, right? And there's a few things that he's talking about. I just basically want to kind of get you guys' take on this briefly. Yeah. Do you feel like he's doing too much?
No.
Yeah? No.
No.
All right. Well, let me tell you what he's talking about.
Break down the monarchy. Oh, I'm joking.
Entertainment purposes.
Thank you so much. No, Brent, put the camera on Iman when he says that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Switch the camera.
While sipping on water, yeah.
Please, thank you. And back on Iman.
This is for entertainment purposes, guys.
Thank you very much.
We love the
Put it
Queen.
off with my head.
All right, so one of the things that, one of the key claims and revelations from the book here is that Harry and William urged their father not to marry Camilla. Yeah.
I mean, the public urged him not to marry Camilla.
But it's more so like he's basically saying that he literally like begged his dad, like, don't marry this woman, this, that, and the third, innit? So again, people are feeling
That's
like,
sad, actually.
yeah, it's sad, man. When I first saw it, I was thinking, come on, man, mind the business.
You grown people's business.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he was a young kid at the time,
Exactly,
innit?
yeah. And the mum was got.
You know what I'm saying? So it's sad.
That's horrible.
But obviously, it doesn't make Charles look good. Yeah. Next thing is he talked about how he went to go and see a woman with powers, right? To try and communicate with his dead mum.
Oh.
Yeah. Why did you kiss him and go, oh?
I don't dabble with the evils, and I like to leave dead people where they are,
Yeah.
the grave. But now that I know it was his mum, it's like, oh, cute.
Okay. It's understandable.
Yeah, he's hurting.
And the next thing, obviously we spoke about this yesterday in depth, is basically how William banged him up.
Roughed him up.
Also, remember that situation? Remember that situation about when he had the Nazi costume?
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, William and Catherine were laughing about that situation.
Who's Catherine? Kate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Kate, yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
Catherine. They were laughing about
They
it.
were laughing. So you see how obviously he got a lot of backlash and stuff?
They were laughing about it.
They were laughing
They're witches,
in the background.
Man. They're actual witches.
But again, what he's saying this for a reason, He's
Because
trying to destroy them.
and I'll be honest,
That's what I think, man.
I don't think he will succeed at it.
Yeah.
But I think that he's changed the way people do see the royal family, especially because we've crossed over to American borders now because of Meghan.
Mm-hmm.
The royal family are definitely not as rated as they ought to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think that by the time William is king, no one's really going to care anymore. Because kind of people kind of care less anyway with Charles being king. I think the Queen was where it was really at, Queen and Harry. And also, I can see why he stopped, why he didn't do any of this while the Queen was alive. This would have had a heart
He
attack.
kind of did a bit though, man.
He did a bit, but I feel like these things say even more.
More.
Because it really is showing that they're not that whole, we stick together. It's not giving any of that energy. It's not giving so much they willingly walked away as they were pushed out.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I think that's a good thing, in my opinion. But hopefully, I mean, obviously, I know. I feel like all the things they've been working on, the podcast, the Netflix, the this and the that, and the book and whatever, they would have been in the works for such a long time. So I really feel as though this is the last of them, of Harry and Meghan talking about all these things anyway. I don't think they care to talk about it anymore. It's just a shame because obviously you got to release you got to spread out the releases of content. And so that's why it feels like we're being, it's too much for us. But hopefully, I hope the book is the last. I don't want to see another season of anything else.
Yeah, hopefully not, man. He also mentioned how he was using cocaine at 17 or smoking weed at Eton. He also mentioned about how in the war he killed like 25 Taliban guys.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought Soldier Boy when he was talking about killing the...
But you know what? I saw some people in the army actually kind of criticizing him, talking about why are you boasting about killing people? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's war. Why are you saying you killed 25 Taliban?
Sorry, is the Taliban the enemy or not?
Bodies on him.
Yeah, but they're like, why are you boasting?
No, but is the Taliban the enemy or not?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but
if I'm a
I did
soldier,
I did this for
They
y'all.
gotta know my body count. Are you stupid? You just gotta know that I'm a killer. What do you mean? Tell them man, shut up. Man.
Was
They
he-
probably ain't got no body. That's why they hate it.
Exactly. He let the British probably know that I did this for you. Like I am that guy.
Boots on
Just
the
because someone
ground.
tussled me up a little bit, grabbed me by my collar, you think I don't kill people? Don't be silly now. I
Was
feel like
he-
it's to get positive affirmation. Sorry, Brent?
Was he a sniper?
It
Well,
wouldn't have lost his gun, that's for
he
sure.
was a helicopter pilot.
What? What's man talking about?
let me.
What do you mean?
So basically, yeah. So while serving
Wait a second. So he's flying the
Does it
chopper and then
And
one
he's
hand
shooting
is
down.
shooting out the window with the
Nah,
other
that's
hand.
cold.
Yeah, I think so.
The Harry's the
Remember
coldest.
yesterday I said he went down on the tractor because William beat him up? He's back up.
Yeah, Harry
Back
should have
up 5
been
points.
king. So you're doing this. Pow, pow.
Like, got it. Pow, pow. Got another one.
Hey,
Ridiculous.
Prince
Love
Harold.
it. Man like Harold, you know. Nah, man, love it. Big up Harold.
And the last thing was about how when he was trying to get married to Meghan and that,
Yeah.
he was talking to his brother about, we want to do it in Westminster Abbey or St. Paul's Cathedral, a big place. William was like, nah, you can't do it there. Because, mum and dad did it in Westminster Abbey and we did it in St. Paul's, innit?
Yeah.
So it's probably best you do it in Highgrove House Village.
What's his own? Is he a wedding?
Yeah, basically William just suggested a village chapel near, Highgrove House.
I bet it's
some
a
any
dead
village?
venue too as well, isn't it?
Huh?
It's a dead venue too, isn't it?
It probably wouldn't be dead, but like, it was still a village, isn't it? It's still like a village chapel.
What's William's own?
I don't know, man.
Like, why can't he get married where his parents got married? They're divorced anyway.
I guess they're like Harry's a spare though, isn't it? He's not really.
He's like William, yeah. He's like he's actually like he's so annoying. Like, I can't imagine him as a sibling. He's so annoying, and it's sad because there's only two of them. So there was always this image, and I think it's good. This is why I like that Harry's talking, because there was always that image of their mum passed away, and William and Harry, like they're best friends and they look out for each other, only to see that William is up. It's crazy.
Sad.
Did you see the memes? Blackson were going in on Harry yesterday. It was so funny.
Oh,
with like the whole book fair, and there's one, and basically people were like tweeting stuff as if it came from the book. And I saw one today. It said something about
Shenzia.
No, it talks about the first time Harry saw Meghan in her bonnet, and that's when he knew he wanted to protect her, like that satin thing on her head was protecting her afro. It was just the whole thing. It was ridiculous. I love Black Twitter. I love it. I love the memes. They were really going in on them.
Well, I don't know, man. A lot of people are just saying that this is just too much, man.
And this is what the public want. This is what the British media want. They want everyone to get sick of them and not listen to them. But people need to pay attention, because for him to come out and have to say all these things, I just think that he's continuing his mum's work. I really feel like he's continuing his mum's work because it's too much. It's an imprisonment.
I can't subscribe to these people, man. I can't watch. I can't listen to nothing that they say or do.
I might read the book.
I'm not watching no Harry and Meghan shows, or not listening to no Harry interview, or nothing these people say.
You're done.
I've never started.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, I might read the book. I think if more things drop and it's actually juicy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's books I've actually bought I haven't read in a while, so I'll read in like 5 years' time. But yeah.
All right. Well, Harry, if you're out there, man, you're welcome to come here and talk, innit?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll get all the tea.
Yeah, man.
All the tea.
You can sit next to Marks and that.
Imagine.
But yeah, that's the end of the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into our what you saying topic of the day.
You just turned to me and said, "What's up, Killy?" And
You said that to him
say,
first.
"What's up, Killy?"
Harry would say to Marks, "What's up, Killy?" Can you imagine?
All right, so today's topic of the day, we kind of touched on this before, in a roundabout way, but I kind of want to push it a bit forward, right? And basically, the overarching question is, how indoctrinated are you, and how open-minded can you be?
Boy.
All right, so based on the idea, that every culture, every nation, this, that, and the third group of people, they have, I guess, certain ideas that they kind of accept as true, right? And we just subconsciously accept them as true as well. Once you've kind of accepted this particular idea as truth, obviously, I guess you wouldn't accept that this particular idea is influenced by your culture necessarily. You just think this is just an objective truth, right? So the question is, how do you kind of gauge what is the best thing for you? I'm going to go into more depth later,
Okay.
But if you do accept, that we're indoctrinated, and it is, I guess, maybe a result of cultural influences, but you don't see it that way.
Yeah.
How do you know those particular decisions you make, right, is the best thing for you, if that makes sense? So, for example, let's just talk about marriage, for example,
Yeah.
We've been told, okay, it's probably best to get married, have kids, this, that, and the third, right, at a particular age, or this, that, and the third, right? And most nations or cultures around the world do it, yeah? How do we know, though, as human beings, that's the best thing for us?
Well, because love doesn't give you love when you want it, when you expect it. I think what I do, because I'm in a phase where I'm unlearning a lot that I've been socializing to, what's the other one I always say, which starts with a C? Conditioned to believe and indoctrinated, all that stuff. But I think that the more you experience life outside of your culture, outside of your home, outside of your usual settings that have indoctrinated these things into you, your mind starts to open up to different things. And when you meet different people and you see that they think differently to you, it makes you start to question what it is that you believe and stuff like that. And I think that where you know that it works for you, you just got to pick what works for you.
But how do you know it's working for you?
My life, I could just tell. Wherever it is that whatever it is that serves me and serves my purpose in life and serves me where I'm at right now, it's working. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's just say again, like you live your life a particular way, right?
Yeah.
All of us do, right? It's based on certain ideals, certain desires, this and the third. But if we kind of trace it back, right? Surely all these desires and stuff is kind of a result of cultural influences.
Yeah.
Us responding to certain things around us, right? So like you just said, if you were to step out of that and see a different world, surely the desires will change for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, and it can change, right? But obviously you're not given the luxury of stepping outside of your world. How do you know what's in your world is actually the best for you?
You don't.
Okay.
You follow it. You just follow it blindly because you don't know. You don't know what is Marx. You don't know what you don't know.
Don't know.
Do you get me? So if you don't explore life outside of your, let's say someone that lives in like a small town, and they never ever get to step outside of this town, you don't know that there's something else out there. Certain cultures, they don't know that there's another way, because people as well, you would assume that this is how everyone lives. So you will never get to know that there is something else, or that this might not work for you, because that's all you know. Do you know what I mean? If you don't know something else, why would you see what's wrong with this? Unless you're someone who is just, you just have like human beings like that anomaly. You're just like, you know what, I don't really like this. Why do we do this? Who questions? If you're someone who questions everything, then you're more likely to go and seek something different. But if you're not someone who questions anything and you're just a conformist, you will never know.
Yeah, I think unless you've explored every possibility, all you're going to do is live in your reality.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what the other variables are out there, then as far as you're aware, your reality is the best for you.
Yeah.
You don't know any other way.
How dangerous do you think that is then?
I don't think dangerous is the word. I don't think it's dangerous.
Okay.
No, I don't think,
Okay.
I agree with that. No, because if I don't know what I don't know,
Yeah.
it's not dangerous.
Especially if what you're doing isn't detrimental.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm saying ignorance is bliss.
just because you're living in your reality doesn't mean you're living in a bad reality. Doesn't mean that you're doing detrimental things to your livelihood.
Do you know what I always say as well? Because I always use the example of like women in the Middle East, for example, yeah. Like obviously you got the ones who, let's just say there was no protests or anything like that. They're living life. And do you mean, like, they are fine with how their culture is, what the traditions are, it's fine. But me from the West will look and be like, oh, they're oppressed. But they don't feel oppressed. Do you know what I mean? So this I feel like sometimes the West, like because obviously we see more, we project our way of thinking on other people. Even like back home, doesn't have to be Middle East. Even like back home, you're like, oh, like I feel sorry for them. They don't feel sorry for themselves. Like they're living happily in the way of life that they live in.
But this is why I mentioned if isn't that dangerous? Maybe a better word is more suitable, yeah. But if, for example, we can see that they're living, let's just say, less than a better life, right?
Yeah.
Quality of life is down here, for example. That limited life, isn't that just horrible then? A horrible existence.
It's wrong for you.
What, and you're going to take it upon yourself to give them a better life?
Not
No,
necessarily.
but if they're happy,
but are they happy though?
Yes. They are.
of course
They
they're
are.
happy.
And that's the thing, they are.
Because remember, just because that person is living a certain life, you're doing the comparison. They're not doing the comparison. You're comparing your life to theirs.
Yeah.
And saying, I'm in comparison to my life, you must be unhappy. Because
You're
you don't
moving
have
like the
XYZ.
colonizers.
You know what I mean?
Innit?
This is not my belief, you know.
No, but you're saying that means
Yeah,
you're
your
saying
PR is
like
bad this week.
you're saying like like it was right. Not like say it was right, but they was helping the Native Americans or the Aborigines with your mindset of what you're saying, because they saw the. You know what I'm trying to say? Like their Western way of living, and they're doing this, they're doing that. Now we're gonna come. You know what I'm trying to say? But they was fine. It's like what was saying. They was fine. They talk about these people are savages. They're this, they're that. They was fine in their jungle with their tools and that.
They're fine in their habitat and their environment.
Yeah, like they got their language, the way they communicate. They was fine.
Remember, they're born into that. That's all they know. So as far as they know, this is the best life is, right? And just because you live a different type of life with, technology or one-on-one, doesn't mean that your life is better than theirs. Like you can't say just because you feel like you're living a better standard of life and you have a phone and a computer, that they're in your aspect, I don't know.
Now there's aspects where you can say it's better though.
How?
If I'm watching you stand up trying to kill this fucking fish with a rock and I've got a rod killie, Like technology's help, like my thing's better,
Yeah, no,
fam.
I ain't talking
like,
about.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's better in terms of it's quicker, it's more quicker, but efficiency. But if they're happy to kill a fish with their spear, they're happy to kill a fish with their spear.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying that they're not happy, but you can't tell me my way ain't better.
Okay, cool. The actual technique of killing and catching a thing, okay, it might be more efficient, more quicker, more faster. Cool, it is better in that regard. But if they're happy to do it their way, then they're happy to do it their way.
Yeah, no, and we're not arguing that.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me my way is not better.
I think the argument can still be made.
See,
I think the argument can still be made. I'm sorry. I think it can. I know that yes, there are better techniques and quicker ways of doing things. It doesn't mean that to them it's better. They might enjoy it. They might enjoy the hunt.
The thrill of it.
So for them,
that's true.
it's better. For you, your way is better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I guess it would
I agree
kind of
with that.
depend on the point of that activity though.
Yeah.
Also, because like you're saying, if for example you're gaining additional, I don't know, strength and other things, from doing that. Okay, cool. But if it's just because you want to feed your community, surely more fish in a less amount of time is better.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
But yeah, okay. See, okay. I want to counter what Mark said earlier about how the colonizers came and basically treated us in a particular way, yeah? What about the things that we kept when the colonizers came? Are those things better?
Like what? Give me an example.
Religion. Because if we can say, for example,
Wasn't it missionaries that brought religion to?
yeah, but
Missionaries are different. No. Don't you do
well,
that?
it's not missionaries entirely. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And some religions, there are different ways of doing, proselytizing and stuff like that. But let's say generally that was the case. How do you respond to that?
As in missionaries or slave owners brought religion?
Slave owners, the whole shebang. Because missionaries obviously didn't convert the whole of Africa. You know,
What's the question? Sorry.
So for example, remember when Marx was talking about, it's kind of like saying that Europeans looked upon people back home saying, you've got this old way of life, this, that, and the third. Yeah, who are we, or rather, who are they to come and give us this enlightened way of life? For example, yeah. But I'm saying, if that's fine, and we're saying, cool, your way of life is not necessarily better than ours. Yeah. Why is it when they came and they tried to do this, we kept some of these things? Why do we still keep them today and say this is actually better than what we had before?
Because we like those things. Like, because anyone can bring anything, anyone can bring anything to another society, community, wherever it is, and you gravitate towards what it is that makes sense for you. Yeah. So I was saying earlier about how with me, like there's certain things that like I'm unlearning. But in my journey of unlearning, there's things within my culture, within my tradition, that I'm going to keep on and I'm going to pass on to my children, because for me, that's what works. I feel like you just got to sort through what it is that you find better, what you don't find better, what it is that works for you, what doesn't work for you. Yeah, we've kept the things that we think are valuable.
Everyone has
the
the
things
right
that not, we leave
to
it.
pick and choose what they want.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about that, Marks? What do you think about that? Everyone has a right to pick and choose what they want. And what Esther said, basically. Because, obviously, I'm basically countering your point earlier about how certain parts of the world look at other parts of the world and say, this, that, and the third, innit? Our way of life is better. Let's impose our way of life on them, right? And if, obviously, that idea is bad, why is it that when it did happen, and does happen, those so-called oppressed people, obviously they're oppressed people, right, take on these belief systems and say, you know what, this is actually better.
Because
you can't have both. You know what I'm saying?
It's because like we were saying, even though you don't agree, some of the things that they would have implemented are better or more efficient.
Okay.
Or like,
Yeah,
you
but
get what I'm trying to say?
I'm agreeing that they're better and efficient. What I'm saying is, it doesn't mean that person is going to want to adopt that. For example, we might have our parents, for example. Our parents are stuck in their, we use the term stuck in their old ways, yeah? Mm-hmm. You might have a parent who's used to doing something a certain way, and they just feel like it's the best way to do it. This is the way they like to do it. It's their tradition. They don't care about this new development. They're happy to do this particular thing in their way, right?
Yeah, and that speaks to what you are saying. Everybody can pick and choose their own thing.
Exactly, so I'm not saying...
But you can pick that. It doesn't mean you're right, though.
I didn't say that.
You get me? And that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not saying you should be able to impose what you believe on people, yeah? But they can be right.
I know.
though.
No, remember,
You know what I'm trying to say?
my point was about that person's happiness. It wasn't about whether or not this particular act is better or worse. Isn't it? If they're happy to do it, if they're happy in their reality,
Yeah, but
then
ignorance is bliss. But when you know better, you do better. So there's some people, that's got a duty of care. It's like I'm saying, you're saying like even if you go back to the fishing thing, these people could probably do it efficiently, do it dope, and they enjoy it, and they're happy, and they're cool. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Some people, feel like they have a duty of care to teach people or like improve people. You know what I'm trying to say? So even though you're happy, but you don't know what you don't know, your ignorance is bliss. But I can see you killing yourself with these spears and these rocks. And if I bust you on this rod, your productivity, everything's gonna go up. I have to help you. I can't just leave you because you don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter what you're interested in or what you're happy with. You don't know what you're talking about. I can see this here. I'm gonna do you a favor and I'm gonna bust you.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm not pushing back on that. I agree with that.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
agree with that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. People can pick and they have the right to pick and choose what they want and stay. And you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 100%.
And like I think anything that's stuck around is because really and truly over the test of the time you've seen that it was a good
Something that was good.
it was a good addition.
Okay. Well, I guess to kind of go back to the earlier point, right? Let's all like the way we see certain things, right? Like I said, it's based on cultural influences, this, that, and the third, right? We've kind of been taught, okay, we should kind of live for ourselves, family, religion, this, that, and the third, right? And like I said, and like we kind of proved here, sometimes somebody's way of life outside of our circle is better, right? But if we don't have the luxury of having that influence, obviously, like you said, we only know what we know. But we're going to then measure success and failure based on the only things we know, right? Could we potentially just be giving ourselves a hard time for no reason?
Yeah, but then...
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but then it goes back to you don't know you're giving yourself a hard time. So it's just a time. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a time. You don't know that you're giving yourself a hard time. I feel like these things will only matter when you're exposed to outside of your community. Otherwise, you're just living. Like, this is the standard, this is the metric in which things are measured. This is how success is measured. This is how failure is measured. Outside of that, you're existing and you're living life the way people before you have done it, and the people after you will do it.
Do you feel like that's a lesser than that's less than what God may have wanted for us? If we can just wake up and be like, you know what, I'm content with just knowing this is what I know. Fine.
No, because you know what I believe? I believe that everyone has different mindsets and drives and all these things for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think that if we all had the same one mindset, it will be chaotic. Do you get what I mean? Like, look at how in the Bible, when they were trying to build the Tower of Babel, wasn't it? They all wanted to go and see God. And what you got to do through confusion in this? I think with life, I don't think it's necessarily less than what, because we're all called for different things. There's some people who are very, very content with just being able to, they have a home, they have clothes in the back, they have food. That's fine. Everything else I don't care for. And I think that's healthy, because then you got someone else who is like, no, I want more. Like, I feel like everything, the way everyone is different and the way everyone thinks differently, and we all strive for different things, in the grand scheme of things, it brings balance into society.
Yeah, I think it's once you start comparing your life to others, that's when you feel that.
Yeah.
Kind of way. When you just live, I remember I got two small examples, right? When I went to Ghana last year, we all had our own apartments, our own rooms, right?
Yeah.
I got my room last,
Yeah.
but I didn't see anyone else's room first. So I went straight to my room. And I was happy with my room.
This is nice.
I like this, man. This is nice, man. I got a little balcony, whatever. One by one, I'm going to everyone else's room.
The joy
And one
is
by one, I'm discovering that everyone's room is way bigger than mine.
Yeah.
I'll go to the office. I'll go to the reception. Excuse me. I had to change my room immediately. But before I saw everyone else's room, I was fine with my room.
That is such
It
a great
wasn't until I
example.
compared it
Fantastic
and I thought,
example.
rah, everyone else's room is so bigger than mine. Like, why have I got the short straw? No. We've all paid the same price.
That is
Change
a
my room now.
great example, because that's actually how we live in life.
Yeah.
That's
With social
exactly-
media, when you see everyone else's achievements, you're like, no, mine are not good enough. But before that, you were celebrating yourself.
See, you guys are enhancing the point I'm saying. So why are we measuring success in the way we measure it? Why do we say, you know what, my room is quite good? Why don't we just say it's just a room?
Because you're happy.
No,
Because when you see that room, you're happy with
and
it.
we all paid
But
the
then you
same
become
money.
sad
We all paid the same
when
money
you
though.
compare.
So why?
So we
why
all pay the same
we all pay
money?
the same price. Why do I have a considerably smaller room?
Yeah.
See, I don't think that would have made me less happy with my room.
Are you sure?
That definitely would have been me, boy. I would have been.
Sure.
I would have been in reception like, open the fuck up. Let's talk.
The thing
No,
is-
I know the way my brain works. If I decide, like, if I decided before I saw it that it was good enough for me, yeah. Even with the comparison, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't feel that way, but if I decided it was good enough for me, it's still good enough for me.
The thing is, you know what's so funny? When I went to reception to change it, they couldn't change it straight away, innit? I had to wait 2 days to change it.
By the time it was ready to change, you couldn't.
So in them 2 days, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was cool with it.
Yeah, you got used to it.
I got used to it, and I thought, you know what? It's fine. I can stay here. But then when they said, "Oh, we've got room for you," I'm
Let's
like,
go.
Fuck it. I might as well.
Let's go.
But in that 2 days, I got used to it. I thought it's only a room anyway.
Yeah.
I'm only going to be in here sleeping and changing.
Yeah.
I don't really mind in it. But once the game, when I saw, know what's so funny? My room ended up being the biggest and the best out of everyone's anyway.
How's that happen?
And then you strive for
Just,
more.
okay, when you
Just,
changed
no,
it.
just ironically, when I
at
changed
that.
it, it ended up being the biggest room.
I think you're enhancing the point again, even more. Because it's like this, right? Why don't we all then put in more effort to be open-minded? Because we may all increase the chances of getting the bigger and better room.
Because not realistic way of living. I feel like you got a bigger chance of being disappointed if you live that way than if you were just happy and content with what it is that you have. If everyone dared to dream bigger, we're not all gonna get bigger. So now so when you could have had something and been grateful for it. So say for example, use the example, right? He saw his room, he was happy with it, blah blah. Saw everyone else's room, he's like, no, I don't like that. I liked it in my room. In that, he's got hope of like, you know what? They've got this, so I can get a bigger room. He goes to reception and said, no, we're fully booked for the duration of your stay. Yes, of course, he ended up liking his room anyway. But in that, you've still got that feeling of disappointment of, I guess I would like it then. Do you get me? So you can dare to dream bigger, but not everyone is going to get bigger. So this is why, like, you have to just be. For me, I feel like the metric of success or anything else in life is if you're happy. If you're happy and you're content, it should not matter what else is going on around you, because you're in my opinion, you're setting yourself up for disappointment and potential failure.
Yeah. And sorry, this isn't always about a comparison as well. I've got another example, right? This always rattles me. When I was younger, I moved house. Yeah. But I walked to school every day. Still, right? And when I was like 10 years old, but I never explored my area. I never really knew the walking ways, innit? So just to say, I need to get to here.
Yeah.
Just to say my house is here, right? I used to walk down my road, all the way round to get to here. When I could have just went like this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So for about a month, I left my house and I walked down my road all the way around. All the way around to get to here, when this point was actually at the back of my house. It took me about a month to figure it out. When I figured it out, I was thinking, it's like going back to the fishing example. When I was walking all that way, I didn't know I was taking the long way. I thought I was taking the fastest, most efficient way to get to this point. It wasn't until I discovered that all I had to do was come out of my house and go there. I was thinking, for fuck's sake, bro.
All that month.
For a whole month, I've been walking all the way around for 10 minutes when I could have just done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's a different type of, you know what I mean?
But again, that's another good example of why I mentioned the first time about how that could be dangerous, because it's like, how many of us are living lives, just poorly efficient lives.
You're forgetting,
What I'm saying?
I didn't know there was another way.
But that's
And
the
you're
point I'm
So
trying to
content.
I
make.
was content in walking that way until I discovered there was a quicker way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how many times in life do we need to be shown that when we explore, sometimes, more times than not, we find better?
The more you fuck
but you
around,
know
the
what?
more you find out.
No, but do you know what I
Yeah.
think though? Do you know what I think though? Like, sometimes going the long way round with things, there's lessons that you learn along that way.
True.
That will help you, that you would have been robbed of if you had just gone straight there.
I agree.
Do you get what I mean? So sometimes you just got to go for things. And I think also with each person, like, it's about whether you want to take that risk, because it is a risk. To go out and see whether there's better, or whether there's a more efficient way I can do so, whether there's a better way or something more valuable. It is a risk because you may not find that. So it's about whether you're built for that, where you look forward to that, and then it's not there. And how are you going to react to that disappointment? How are you going to live with that disappointment?
Yeah, I think even that lesson stuck with me, because that always taught me, whenever I move somewhere, I always explore the area. So I know the fastest routes, the most efficient ways to walk or to drive.
Yeah.
And that, because trust me, that rattled me. I was like, I've been wasting my time for a month walking all the way around.
And whenever you do look around and stuff, do you always feel as though, you know what, I found this route, and if I didn't do this, I probably would have gone this other way. Do you find that is the case?
Yeah. Yeah, what, you mean if I didn't find the faster route?
Yeah, like, as in, you know, like now when you like move and stuff, and you do that little, you know, exploration and stuff, do you always find that, you know what, I found this route, and if I didn't do this, I probably would have went a different route.
Yeah.
So, again, do you not feel as though all of us potentially are kind of just living a life? Yes, we may be content, we maybe call ourselves happy and whatnot, but we're living a lives where it's like, there's definitely better.
I feel like but for some things we don't care to explore, innit? I feel like for some things, for example, maybe like religion. When you're born into religion and that's all you know and that's your belief system, you don't necessarily care to want to explore other religions because you're just indoctrinated in that one. So I feel like it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe we can dabble in Satanism and see if there's something good on the other side.
And what did you say?
I'm talking to Emmanuel.
Satanism.
Yeah.
No, but based on that, how do you not know? I'll tell you why. Yeah, I remember years ago, I must have seen this book on Amazon, and basically it was about like this pope or something. Yeah, I'm not too sure if it was a fiction. Such a long time ago, about this pope. Sorry, not a pope. One of these monks or something like that. Yeah. And he lived his life a particular way in the church, stayed in the church, you know, didn't get married, no sex, this, that, and the third, right? And then one day he had this vision, or Satan or something appeared to him, innit? And basically showed him the light. And basically, and he realized that, wait a minute, Satan isn't the bad guy after all. And you know what I'm saying? So he basically, long story short, he kind of switched over his belief system to start serving Satan, this, that, and the third, right? I say all this to say it. I say all that to say it. Yeah, obviously it's extreme, right? But still, even if, right, for example, like you said, there was no better walking route to get to where you need to get to, right? After you've done the exploration, isn't there a greater amount of satisfaction knowing, you know what, the route you did choose initially is the best one? Because like you're saying, Brent, right? It's kind of like saying, okay, cool, I worship God, I hate Satan. But I'm glad that I did the exploration and saw how bad Satan was. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't waste my time serving Satan, for example, for 20 years and then come back to God. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I think like Satan is a kind of a
it's extreme
example. But
true.
With, like, for example, finding the route, some things are kind of based on fact, some things are kind of based on just your blind faith and belief.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a fact that this way was quicker. With religion, you don't know if it's a fact that this other religion is better for you or worse for you. It's just about you just having faith in what you believe in. So it's a bit...
And sometimes some things are just so good that you don't want to...
Yeah.
There's no point in me trying to look for something else.
But that's about everything though, isn't it? Well, so not everything.
Not really, because some things are not that great that you can afford to look for something else.
Yeah, like how do I actually know that white women aren't the best for me?
You can try.
Yeah, you can
Will I respect you? No, but you can try.
Marks,
Yo,
like when did you find out that like all pussy was the same pussy?
All pussy is not the same pussy.
That's what he said before. And he texted me just now.
all pussy's not made equal.
Oh,
Text
serious?
him just now.
Why you text me that?
I said, oh.
No, all
Why
pussy-
doesn't he text you that randomly? It's in the middle of the show. Yo,
Boy, we need intervention.
So it's not all equal?
No, all pussy ain't equal. But that's down to the individual,
Not the race.
not the race. Yeah,
Oh,
that's down to the
serious?
placeholder. Yeah, like it's nothing to do with like you can't think you're gonna get on a good pussy wagon just because you're a certain thing. That don't make sense. You got to qualify.
Did anybody ever tell you not to go and mess with white women when you were younger?
No, actually, they never gave me that advice. They messed me up.
Did anybody ever? Did anybody ever look to impose certain conditions on you, and due to your rebellious nature,
In
just
like certain conditions,
yeah.
like
Did anybody try to condition you when you were younger, and you just basically just said, "Nah, sorry, I'm gonna do it my way." This is why you're so open-minded now.
I feel like I just had free reign for some reason. That's why I'm so lost to get me.
Okay. All right. So you'd have preferred a little bit of conditioning, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of brainwashing.
Maybe.
In what?
I don't know about preferred, but it's like maybe if your focus is on one thing, if you got like that tunnel vision, if that makes sense. If you got more something to focus on, then you could probably find. I can't explain it because if it's just if the board's just full and everything's in play, and it's just open in this big, huge, massive, wide world, then maybe like your options can become too much.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So then, and then you've jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe there's that. I don't know.
All right. So, because Emmanuel, you know when it is that they say, when it is you delve into little sexual activities and whatnot.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff that you get into, it will be a gateway to other things. Is this kind of what you're talking about? There's certain things that you may not want to dabble in because you know once you go there, I don't know, you might come out the other side saying, would you ever get tired? Because you normally say, I've clocked like women, right?
Listen, I normally say that. What platform have you heard me say that on? Where have you heard me say that?
Let me check it. You normally say, no one could ever basically tell me or question me about women, right? Okay. I'm guessing off the back of that, you've had multiple, like plethora. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever get tired?
We don't get tired.
Wait, you've never been challenged to see what... There may be higher highs out there that you're not basically considering because you're closed-minded to just women.
Okay, let's move this conversation on.
Wait, what's going on there?
I don't know what we're doing on this lovely Friday morning, but
All right, let me get back to the question I was asking, yeah? Because I don't know why the camera was on Mars, because I didn't know what I was going to do after I asked that stupid question. Open-mindedness, yes? There can be more joy or happiness just beyond what we've been conditioned to believe fear limits us to, yes? For me, I was conditioned for a long time growing up, right? I was brought up in the church. My parents told me what was good for me and what wasn't good for me. So my understanding was off the back of what my parents told me was the truth, right? And as I grew older, I started rebelling against some of their teachings. And that kind of told me that maybe other things that they told me may have been wrong. So I went on my own exploration. And I convinced myself that they had been telling me bollocks all the time. Well, not all of it, obviously. And through that, obviously, it opened my mind to other things. But I'm still conscious that there's certain things I don't want to dabble in.
Yeah.
One, I have an addictive personality. Do you understand? For example, if I decided, no, I'm not going to. I was going to, but I'm not going to. It's too much information. I haven't shared it anyway before. So I'm not going to do that.
I get what you mean, though. You don't. Certain things. There's no point. There's no point. You get me?
I know I wouldn't turn back.
Like I wouldn't try cocaine.
Because you think that you just won't stop?
Oh no, because if I liked it, I'll do cocaine. Like if I liked it, I'll do it.
No, that's what I mean.
Regularly, and you get what I'm trying to say. That I'd indulge. So this is not even. I don't even.
Would knowing that it might have a detrimental effect on you, stop you from really indulging in it?
No, if I liked it,
just okay.
Because I usually do what I want. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like regardless of consequences or whatever. So if I enjoyed it, I'd do it.
Yeah, I feel like with me, maybe I might be a bit addictive, but I feel like I've got a level of self-control to where if I know what I'm doing is detrimental to me, it will prevent me from really indulging in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So just say I tried cocaine, for example, and I loved it. Knowing that this is a hard drug that's going to have long-term effects on me, something will stop me from indulging in it again. I mean,
And I think I've also seen examples of where cocaine can lead, and I just picture myself there, and I don't respect myself being there.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't do it. Yeah. But if it is, I hadn't had examples, and then I hadn't had bad examples. If I only saw good examples, I might be tempted to basically dip my toe in.
Look at everything. Prostitution. I don't partake in it because I've got an addictive personality. Again, that's not, I don't turn my nose up at it. I don't care if people want to pay for sex, all that stuff. It's nothing to do with me. I don't bother. I personally don't do it because it'd be a slippery slope because I'll just be doing it.
But is it, when it comes to prostitution, what is it? Is it the sex or paying for sex? Because you can have sex, I'm assuming, with other women that are not prostitutes. So is it the act of getting it whenever you want on tap?
Why you would do it, you're saying?
So why would you be addicted to prostitution as opposed to be addicted to sex?
I'm already addicted to sex.
So So what I mean
I
is,
understand your question.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
so why would you be just to prostitutes?
No, because men have sex when we can,
You know,
not when we want.
no,
So
yeah.
if you allow me to
No.
have sex when I want, I'm gonna have sex when I'm gonna have sex all the time. Then I'm gonna be paying money, shelling out all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's the money, yeah.
It's the act of getting it when you want on tap.
Yeah. I couldn't do that.
You need to get a girlfriend then, because then you can have it whenever you want.
That's what they tell you.
You know what I mean, man. You know what I mean. I don't mean you're dictating it, but
Entertainment purposes.
I'm looking for a partner, but E-man's gonna be happy. I'm looking for a poly
actually
relationship.
you're looking for what?
A poly relationship.
Okay. But you have to start with one though.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go? Were you gonna go straight in with two or?
Potentially. I found someone. I've got someone who's interested in polyamory. What's it called?
Polygyny.
Polygyny.
Okay.
And all this stuff.
All right,
Okay.
let's.
Unpack it.
Yeah, because you said it, but then you said what's it called? So I need to know what you think it is.
I know I'm a multiple layered relationship with multiple people in it. Not like a proper relationship with other people, other entities in it.
All right, so you would want her, or you would be fine with her doing the same. Like you're fine with her sleeping with Emmanuel, sleeping with Yusuf. With
No, obviously
Esther.
when I'm gonna get more information from E-man.
All right, okay. See if it is you actually want to sign up to this.
No, I think because it's not just like sleeping around. So if there's suitable candidates, then they have to be added to the relationship. Yeah, but it's gonna have to benefit the relationship from an economical standpoint.
I'm sickened. First of
It's
all,
amazing.
that's a long-winded way to just say no. So no, Ren, he will not be fine with her sleeping around, but he will like sleep around. That's a long way to just say no.
So she can't sleep around.
Man said it can't.
No, no one's sleeping around. We're in a relationship. Like nobody's
that
sleeping
is
around.
What E-man describes, a
but
relationship where the woman sleeps around.
Yeah, no, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping
Yeah.
around. Nobody's sleeping around.
Okay, so
Yeah,
so,
he's sleeping around with his numerous women.
Yeah.
yeah, and then so if she was in a relationship where she said, you know what, you are also one of mine, are you cool with that then?
That's what I'm saying. I'd have to find a candidate if we interview them, if they can come into the fold. If it's right, if he meets all the criteria.
Yeah.
Big man, you're not answering my question.
I don't think he
Because
understands.
he understands. He understands exactly what I'm saying. You will have multiple relationships, right? In this polygynous relationship situation, yeah?
I got one relationship.
One relationship.
One relationship, yeah, but with multiple women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the woman that you find, she says, yes, I'm also in one relationship, but you are one of the multiple men I'm in the one
No,
relationship.
because
but
I
that-
can't
no,
just
but
bring
that-
a woman into it. We've got a thing in it, so she can't just bring a man in it. He's got I've got a one to be with him.
No, but
Yeah,
no,
so
but
she
wait,
brings
wait. But that's not.
Yo, go
No,
together.
but that isn't polygyny. That's not the polygyny that he's been describing. It's not
Right, what's
like a multiverse thing. Like,
Free for all.
yeah, it's not, you want your women who are for you, not
Only.
that you have your men and then they have their men. It's like a
Yeah,
fucking
no, that's not-
pyramid scheme. You bring
Imagine a sex pyramid scheme.
you
That's
bring
crazy.
two. You bring two. What's this, bro?
You bring a friend, a referral. Love
Yeah.
it. Fair. That's good. I'm glad you're doing it in a healthy way, because there's been a lot of what is it? Is it not character development, but a lot of growth. So I'm not even upset that this is the path you want to go down, because I remember when Koi and I were trying to tell you, and you were talking about T's and C's and some
Okay,
hidden
yeah.
T's and C's about relationships. So I'm glad that you're actually interviewing candidates for this position.
I'm actually dating. You know, I've
Margs.
See what I'm saying?
listen to what I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm vlogging.
Do it.
I'm vlogging my experience. I'll show you on my phone. I've got Hinge. I've got Tinder, and I'm vlogging it. And I'm gonna show you like my dating experience and see how it goes. Quick advice.
Hold on, as in you're going to record the actual dates.
I don't know how I'm going to work it, but I'll just
Yeah,
give you.
Brent did it for you.
No, but some people might not want to be on camera, but I can give you some feedback.
You gotta make them
of-
sign a form though.
I could maybe talk beforehand and give you feedback of how it went after and these kind of things. I'm in the process of sorting out. One thing I will say, I'm deleting Tinder. Tinder is the
It's just,
mud. Like Tinder is the fucking mud.
Oh, they never come to us for sponsorship.
I'm just letting you know that's coming off my phone because that's a joke.
Is Hinge good?
There's quality on there, you know.
Okay.
There's quality on there.
Is that
But
why you say it's in the mud? Because the quality's bollocks on it?
not necessarily. It's just the whole
people are on there for
mindset of the
different things,
people.
isn't
It's
it?
just,
I was
you could just tell
on
it's
Hinge
just
again the other day, bro.
Were
Is
you?
Some guy called somebody took my pictures, called themselves Dre.
about 4 or 5 people. 4 or 5
passed for
people
Dre.
have sent me my profile, yeah. And I don't know if they're trying to hinge shame me, yeah. But what
Hinge shame?
they're missing is that you must be on there.
You know,
For you to see my profile,
Yeah, you're on there too.
you're on there. You
Yeah, but they're not mugs.
That's true.
So,
That's
but
true.
I think people should not. They shouldn't
What?
hinge shame you.
Girls or guys?
Girls, the guys can't see me.
Oh yeah, unless the interest is guys, and they never can't tell because then they're definitely telling themselves. It's the whole thing. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, because what are you doing there? But then again, you know, your
Well-
mugs. But everyone wants love, man. Don't be silly.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to document it. It's going to take me a few weeks or months because I need a lot of footage. I'm gonna sort it out. But I'm actually in the process of doing it, so I'll let you know how it goes.
If you need a producer, let me know.
Yeah, definitely,
Just that.
100%. It's gonna go well. What's funny about it is, yeah, I'm on there, yeah, and it's like if I was just say that just normally, if I just got Tinder or something like this, and I was just being hungry, I could just be swiping in it because obviously I'm just looking to chop. So there's bare gal on there, like
Oh, so you're there with
decent ones, innit?
intention.
Well, no, I'm not just. If I'm gonna date it, if I'm gonna do it properly, yeah, whoever I match or whoever I like with, I've got to see something in it, not just trying to hit. So when I'm saying when you're using the app properly, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Because even though there's loads of girls, there's not bare connections to make. Because if I just wanted to hit, then I could just but that's not what I'm trying to do. So then it's like, oh, you have to go into it, you have to get into the profile, you have to see if there's anything in common, you have to actually use it like it's a dating site. It's kind of harder than what you would think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But watch this space. I'm gonna let you know how it goes, man. It's quality viewing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I ain't gonna lie. If I chop anything, I'll tell you too as well. You get what I'm
I
saying?
love it, transparency.
Yeah, I'll give you transparency.
This is great.
So can I ask
Yeah,
what
man.
you want to gain from this experience? What you
Companionship.
You after that? That's what you have to.
You man is so proud.
What benefits do you think you can get from companionship?
Well, you see, I feel like I like the idea of having someone to complete you and teamwork and building a life together. You get me? So ideally, I'd like to find someone that I can build with, someone that can compliment me or make me the best version of myself I can be. You get me? Behind every great man in history, there was a great woman.
Facts, man.
So I just need to find mine
It's true, man.
to
This is
enhance
so
the greatness,
wholesome.
Brent.
This
You
is
get what
so
I'm saying?
wholesome. First Friday of the year, you would just love it.
New year, new me, man.
Love it.
And you're gonna be honest all the way through, right?
Yeah. To who? To the viewing public or to the?
Now, to the people you're involved with.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be totally honest.
You'll try.
Yes, I will be honest.
Great viewing, yes. Jeez.
This is very wholesome content. I absolutely love it.
I didn't expect that today. All right.
I know. I didn't see this coming. Guys, make a wish as you watch.
You just
this.
should follow me on Twitter. I was just tweaking about it all last week, and I was telling you that I'm gonna go on Hinge and that.
Oh,
and
sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
Well, you thought I was joking.
I
No,
thought
well,
you were
I
joking.
didn't take. Obviously, I didn't take it seriously, but
You got to learn. I don't just say things for sake of saying them.
Yeah, I thought you were joking. I'll be real.
Okay.
So I love that. I even know more now.
I don't say things for
Very
sake of saying them,
wholesome.
man.
All right. So when you're starting, because we'll obviously slip a segment in.
Oh, I've started. I've got to collect the footage, and I need to put
We're
it
not
together.
skipping a segment in. We're already tight for time. What do you think?
This is clip-worthy content. This is clip-worthy content. This has never happened before.
You can give us an update in the intros. So do you know what that means? He'll be here for every intro because he's got to give us an update.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll keep you in the loop.
Love it.
We need some exclusives as well.
I love this, man.
There we go.
We could bring your babes through as well.
What,
Did
when I
you
find her?
Of course.
Them.
Them.
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
You have to get
Drill
used
them.
to the lingo. Yeah, that's a wrap up of topic of the day.
That's the best topic of the day we've ever had. Let's get into our next headline. Ladies, shoot your shot.
Join the community as well. You can get better access.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Marks
his
is
first.
there
That's
all
his
the
first
time.
point. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's true. Hey, it's true, man.
That's what he searches first.
Exactly. So our first headline is about the strikes, and basically the government wants to implement some anti-strike laws.
This is so interesting. So this is.
It's mad.
Yeah, man. So unions apparently could be sued if they do not provide minimum levels of fire, ambulance, and rail services under planned anti-strike laws. Voluntary agreements would cover other sectors, including health, education, other transport services, border security, and nuclear decommissioning. The measures will not resolve the current wave of strikes, and unions have condemned the restrictions and threatened legal action, whilst Labour are talking about repealing them. Business Secretary Grant Shapps said the measures were being introduced to restore the balance between those seeking to strike and protecting the public from disproportionate disruption. He said the legislation would be introduced shortly in the current parliamentary session. It will apply in England, Scotland and Wales, but not in Northern Ireland. It's likely to face significant opposition in the House of Lords, as only transport strikes were mentioned in the Conservatives' 2019 manifesto pledge to introduce minimum service levels. So yeah, man, we'll keep you updated on that. And this next headline is for all you WhatsApp users. So the instant messaging service WhatsApp is letting users connect via proxy servers so that they can stay online if the internet is blocked or disrupted by shutdowns. When was the last time that happened?
Well, in England?
Yeah.
Like a blackout of internet.
And we couldn't use WhatsApp.
A while ago, because WhatsApp keeps
It happened, yeah.
That's not because of internet, though, is it? That's because of WhatsApp.
That's because
yes,
of WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp is that they need to fix themselves, not. That's what they need to fix.
True, yeah.
It's them.
Yeah. Well, as you know, the technology giant, which is owned by Meta, said it hoped blackouts such as those in Iran never occur again. They denied human rights and cut people off from receiving urgent help. WhatsApp is urging its global community to volunteer proxies to help people communicate freely and said it will offer guidance on how to set one up. They blogged that connecting via proxy maintains the same high level of privacy and security that WhatsApp provides. Your personal messages will still be protected by end-to-end encryption, ensuring they stay between you and the person you're communicating with and are not visible to anyone in between, not the proxy service, WhatsApp or Meta. Juras Jusenas, who's from the proxy and online data collection company Oxylabs, told the BBC that for people with government restrictions on internet access, such as was the case with Iran, usage of a proxy server can let people retain connection to WhatsApp and the rest of the free, uncensored internet. It will allow people around the world to stay connected, even if their internet access is blocked by some malicious actors. And the last headline is kind of like a semi-update on that horrible case that we spoke about, I think, on Wednesday with Eleanor Williams, who lied about being raped and trafficked. So basically, a charity that helps victims of sexual exploitation has refused £10,000 originally raised to help this lady that we're talking about, Eleanor Williams, convicted this week of lying about being trafficked by an Asian grooming gang and making false rape claims. Maggie Oliver said it would be unethical for her charity to accept any of the money. Oliver is a former Greater Manchester police detective who rose to prominence as a whistleblower on sexual exploitation in Rochdale. The Maggie Oliver Foundation was one of two charities that were to split £20,000, which was crowdfunded for Williams, but she did not use it to bring her alleged abusers to justice, obviously. Williams' case came to public attention in May of 2020 when a Facebook post she made recounting the allegations went viral, along with graphic photographs of injuries she said she had suffered in the attacks. The post from May 2020 was liked by more than 100,000 people and shared by a number of public figures, including the same lady Oliver, Maggie Oliver. She said she never spoke directly to Williams, but introduced her to lawyers at the Centre for Women's Justice. So she said that ultimately she decided she wanted to stick with her original legal representation. Since then, I've had no contact with the family. We're not accepting any money from the crowdfunder because I just don't think it would be ethical. I shared Ellie's original Facebook post because I see cases like hers a lot. Not injuries like that, but victims who are being pushed away from the system and are desperate to be heard. So more than 1,000 people donated like £22,000, £129, 129 to get justice for Ellie via the Just Giving page. And basically after Just Giving took away their fees and whatnot, what was left was 21,104. So basically these two charities were meant to split that. But she's saying, no, we ain't going to take the money, man. So, yeah, that's the end of the headlines.
Thank you very much. Let's get into Word on Road. Okay, guys, starting with very sad news. My favourite judge, Judge Lynn Toler, she was a judge on divorce court, also marriage boot camp. Yeah, she does like some more other stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head. But basically, her husband sadly passed away. She posted on Instagram yesterday, and it was a picture of her and him. So his name was Big E. And when they married, he had like 4 kids, I believe. And they had 2 kids together. And she posted on her page saying, She says, Eric Mumford, Big E, and then his date of birth from January the 1st, 1951 to December the 23rd, 2022. She says, I am in a million pieces. So just very, very sad, sad news. She proper loved that man, and was very, very honest when she spoke to other couples, especially like young couples on her show, of the realities of marriage, and talking about like how her marriage isn't perfect and how they've dealt with so much stuff over the years and how it's rocky and one-sided. However, she made the decision. She said, I'm going to just read out what it is that she said on a show one time, or what she wrote, sorry, in 2017. She said, once I got past the anger, I started to address my own fears and learned how to communicate effectively. He followed suit because he saw that I had changed in a way that was in his best interest. It didn't feel like it at first, but eventually he got there. We then decided to fight the problem instead of fighting one another. And she's always so real with couples about the realities of marriage and how it's not always going to be all great and, you know, roses and fairies and stuff like that. And in that statement as well, in that same statement, she said, of course, this does not guarantee we'll get to happily ever after. Marriage is quite the journey and things change all the time. But our marriage is better now because it is a mindful one. We keep an eye on our competing needs. We no longer act on that right now feeling without considering long-term consequences. We have made a conscious decision to be consciously married. We also have our fingers crossed. I'm sad for her, but I pray that, you know, she heals, and her kids as well, and they're all good. They had all boys. So I'm currently reading a book from her. I need to put, no mind, running something I need to post. But anyways, I'm reading a book from her. It's called Dear Sonali, Letters to the Daughter I Never Had, because she was really, really close to her mum. And she always hoped that she would have a daughter that she can kind of, you know, have that relationship with her daughter as well. Mm. But she's had it in different ways. She's had it with her sons and stuff. So it's really, really sad. She probably, like, that was probably her best friend, like her bestie. Mm. It's so sad. I believe she's lost her parents as well. Mm. And she's really close to her mom. And yeah, man, I feel horrible for her. But yeah, just wishing her, sending her love and prayers, and praying that she can move on from that. But in positive, lighter news, the girl band group, or girl group, Flow, super talented girls. They're UK babes, super, super talented. I'm so excited for what this year has for them because they're already breaking the internet. But yeah, so they won. They're the first girl group ever to win the BBC Sound of 2023 and also the Brit Rising Star Award. Mm. And that is just absolutely amazing. So shout out to the girls.
Well done.
If you haven't listened to them, go listen to them. They're really, really good. Really, really good. And they've got like co-signs from the greats. I believe they were in the studio not too long ago, I think in December, with Timbaland. Amazing. So yeah, so congratulations to the ladies of Flow. Also, Indiyah continues to secure the bag. And obviously with Love Island, the winter season coming up, she and Sam Thompson will be the new host of the After Sun podcast, which is just amazing. And they will also be panelists with Maya Jama on the After Sun, which is...
They should have got me to do After Sun.
Did you put yourself out there?
Mm-mm.
Because you would have been a good host.
Should have got headhunted.
Yeah, you would have been. Oh, that's true. Mm. True. But yeah, so she and Sam Thompson will be doing that, which is absolutely, absolutely amazing.
Thank you,
I'll tell you how to increase your chances later when we finish. Because it's so obvious. So obvious.
What for me? What to do?
Put yourself out there so that people know what you're doing. Anyway, don't worry.
Yeah. So in the statement, what's it called? Sam said, sorry, hold on. He said, today a young Love Island superfan's dreams all came true. You're looking at the host of the official Love Island podcast. Not only that, but I will be a regular feature on After Sun alongside Maya Jama and the absolute legend that is Indiyah. I've never been so excited in my life. Bring on the tears, the tantrums, and the drama. I'm ready for it, baby. He said, most importantly, I'm so grateful to the Love Island team for this incredible opportunity. I watched the show for years from my sofa with a Magnum every night. I assume he means the ice cream. And I never imagined I would actually be a part of the Love Island family. This is going to be one hell of a ride.
You can't eat ice cream every night.
I don't want to be rude while we're on air.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it when the music's playing. And then Indiyah said, not me teaming up with Sam on the Love Island podcast and getting to be a regular panelist on After Sun. I genuinely can't explain how excited I am. I can't wait to speak to the Islanders and get all the cheeky goss from their friends and families. It's going to be an insane series. I can't wait. I'm really excited for Indiyah. I'm just so proud of her. And on Instagram as well, she said, what a way to start the year. Super excited to announce that I'm the newest Love Island podcast host with the amazing Sam. Not only that, but an After Sun panelist alongside Maya Jama and Sam. Honestly, such a pinch me moment to be back on your screens again, ready for the ride and all the drama. That is amazing. When you think that she was on the last season, that's absolutely amazing. And when you think with Sam as well, he was a fan of the show. And he's also going out with Zara McDermott, I think.
Are you doing what's I find this segment again?
We have to talk about that off air. We have to have a production meeting about that.
Just do it on Friday and wrap the week up.
That's a good idea. That's not bad. But we'll do it off air. I told you guys, Love Island starts not next week, the week after that, Monday the 16th, I believe, at 9 p.m. with Maya Jama hosting. And yeah, it should be lit, should be a good time. And then...
Sorry again. Because I feel like I'm confused. How long have they been doing like the 2 a year for now?
I think it's recently,
I think this is the second time, I think.
I think the second time,
Okay.
They should really go back to once a year.
Yeah, because
it's
it
just not giving.
It gets confusing.
It does get confusing. I think for the contestants as well, I'd want to be in the summer one.
True.
Because in the winter one,
winter's
really
like
sticks out.
Winter's cold and everybody's working and like we're grinding. We're not really worrying about that. Whereas when it's summer, it's flexing. So it's hot. It's kind of hot for us, just like it is for them, and it's kind of
fun.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because we're watching people in the sun and we're not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might not want to do that. But yeah, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Lisa Rinna is leaving. That is also good news. That's good news. Lisa's been on there for 8 seasons, which is good. Congratulations to her. Since 2014. But yeah, she's leaving after the explosive fight with Kathy Hilton. I'll be honest, I stopped watching that. Beverly Hills was actually one of the best. Something about watching white women fight is so elite. Rich white women fighting is elite. And just rich white women in the element, I love it. I absolutely love it. Shout out, big up Garcelle, who was the first ever black woman on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sick. But anyways, yeah, Lisa Rinna is leaving. She's been very chaotic through the seasons. Personally, anyone who watches it, I think she should have left after the Yolanda situation, where Yolanda basically had this, is it Munchausen disease? Yolanda had it. That's Gigi Hadid and them's mum. She had it and she basically called this woman a liar for having a disease that is actually real. And I just felt like there's certain things that obviously Real Housewives, it can be a bit messy. But I just think that when someone has a disease that is costing them their life, to call them a liar, that was the most distasteful thing. So in my opinion, she should have left back then anyway. She didn't. But anyways, yeah, so for any Real Housewives fans, Lisa Rinna's left. I know you guys want Erica Jane out next. And also Kyle. I don't think Kyle will leave because Kyle was just that girl. I like Kyle most times. But yeah, so Lisa Rinna's left. 1 down, 2 to go in terms of Erica Jane and Dorit. Dorit, who's from Australia, New York, London, everywhere with an accent, we never know. But yeah, so she's had a great time. And speaking to People, as in the publication, she said, this is the longest job I've held in my 35-year career. And I'm grateful to everyone at Bravo and all those involved in the series. It has been a fun 8-year run and I am excited for what is to come. So yeah, big up Days of Our Lives, sorry. Big up Lisa Rinna. Yeah, she's done and she's gone, and that's one which from one franchise gone. So yeah, and then to finish up, to wrap up, is really good Black excellent moment is Michael Blackson opened a school in Ghana and it offers them free tuition.
Beautiful.
That's amazing. I'm very that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And he said on Twitter, thank you, America, for giving me the opportunity to create this platform and providing me with the ability to strengthen my talents and to make such an impact that I am making today in order to bless my village with a free education. On Instagram, he says, I want our children to be able to dream big, just like I did. School taught me discipline and built me a path to dream big. Thank you, America, for giving the opportunity, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing. That's amazing. In my opinion, that is very, very amazing. That is Black excellence. That is people using the platforms for good and doing what it is that they need to do to help other people coming up from home. Not just going home to do Dirty December and calling it quits.
Thank you.
But actually doing something that puts back into the community and will help thousands of kids. And the fact that it's free tuition, because tuition in Africa is not cheap.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's free tuition as well, I pray God blesses him on this journey and is as successful as can be.
Amen to
And
that.
this will inspire other people as well to open up schools and homes and all that kind of great stuff. But that is all from me. Let's get into the People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I give you the news from an economic point of view. I laugh because Brent said, show me something, yeah.
Yeah. Where is it?
What is it?
They're coming after me, man.
Are they tagging Dr. Umar?
Yeah, what did one of them said? It's Kuno Clock.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That clip sent me into hysterics. To be real, I was in my house crying, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I hate to see it.
I was crying.
I'm so glad the people that know don't doubt me. Wait, are they
Oh,
doubting
you
me?
mean us?
No, yeah, and you know, TDA listeners.
No. People
don't
that
know.
listen to the show know it's an edit, but people who don't listen to the show,
It's crazy though.
if you look at Instagram, having a preference based on a negative stereotype of black women, rolls eyes.
Ay.
Yeah, man, it's so crazy. You know the funniest part I think is the last clip in it, and I'm like,
But I want to love them.
I want to tell you why I like them.
No, that clip was so well done. Trust me.
That was perfect. That was well done,
Brent, you
Brent.
smashed it still.
Yeah,
That was actually seamless. That was really good.
Yeah, it was
but
good.
I just want to tell them.
And because you said it so casually as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just love
I
white
just
women.
love them. Let me tell them.
All right. So the first thing is I want to talk about strikes. Again, we got strike today. Train strikes. There's going to be possible road disruption as well. So a lot of the highway traffic officers are on strike as well. Driving test centers on strike. Obviously, not a lot of people will be affected by that, I guess. But yeah, typical same old strike situation that's been going on this week is happening today and will happen tomorrow as well. On the 8th, on the Sunday, though, that kind of stops. You're still going to have the driving test center strikes on the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and yeah. But on the Tuesday, you're also going to get bus drivers striking again. And also teachers in Scotland are going to be striking. And they're going to be striking on the Tuesday and on the Wednesday. But again, next week, I'll give you more information on that. But yeah, plan your journeys, people, today and tomorrow, because yeah, a lot of train strikes. Next thing I want to talk about is basically, according to the stats, households in the UK have spent £1.1 billion more on food in December than a year earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
This
crazy.
cost of living crisis.
It's crazy how much everyone's spending.
People are balling, boy.
And the thing is, you're obviously getting less for what you're for more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
So yeah, it's horrible, man. So yeah, it's just a clear indication, I guess, of how all these soaring prices are killing people at the moment. Hopefully, things will, will obviously get a lot better. Hopefully, Rishi Sunak as well, he can keep to his promises and find a way to bring inflation down. But whilst he's doing that, I've got some more bad news about food inflation. And basically, in December, it's been the highest that's been recorded, apparently. Food inflation went up to 13.3%, up from 12.4% in November. So again, even though overall it seems that inflation kind of dipped, in terms of food anyway, it definitely didn't. And according to a study as well, because of all of these things, the people that are affected the most by this are disabled people in the UK, which is horrible, man, because they're most likely to struggle to heat up their homes, to cut back on food in the winter, and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Think tank, basically, there was a think tank said there was a chasm basically between the underlying disposable income of people with disabilities, which is about 19k a year, and people who are not disabled, which is about 27k a year. Obviously, that's a huge gap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people who are unfortunately less able to do certain things for themselves are finding themselves in a worse position, which is it's just crazy. And the last thing I want to talk about is basically Android phones are looking to get satellite connectivity. So you guys are all iPhone users. You need to step up your game and join me on the Android train.
No, thank you. Not unless I'm getting a sponsorship for it. If Samsung want to sponsor the show, I absolutely will be loving the heck out of it.
That's true. But yes, apparently there's going to be a new partnership between this phone firm called Iridium and obviously a chip giant called Qualcomm. They're the ones who do all this like Android stuff, innit? Okay. And basically what they're saying is they're going to set up this whole satellite connectivity for premium Android smartphones. Yeah, so that means in places where there's no mobile coverage, handsets are going to be able to connect with passing satellites to send and receive messages. I was obviously sending for iPhones, but yeah, they kind of announced that same thing last year in September.
Oops.
But yeah, and the last thing I want to talk about is basically Cape Verde, man. The African country, the island, which is part of Africa anyway, but on, off the coast. Basically, they've changed the national stadium to, basically they've renamed it after Pele.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is he from there?
No. He's from Brazil. But basically, I think it was, the same week Pele passed away, the FIFA's president was talking about how he wanted every country to name a stadium after him.
I thought that was a bit like, shut up.
There's a lot in it. There's a lot to ask.
Don't be silly now. They're doing too much.
But I guess when you think about it, like there's multiple stadiums in every country, though.
Yeah, but he's caught up in emotions of grief.
Everybody, where have we got? What stadium?
I mean,
Grimsby, Tan. Change it to
Pele
stage.
Move, man. Be for real.
But yeah, well, Cape Verde, they stepped up, man, and they've changed it. It's 15,000 seat stadium. It's not the biggest in the world, but obviously the country's not that big anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm planning to go there this year.
Oh, is it?
Cape Verde?
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to go there.
Yeah.
Women.
We be in. I'll let you know how they went on.
You might be damn bad. I ain't never heard no one talk about no Cape Verde men.
You don't really hear women talk about any kind of men.
That's not true.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, men.
You
It's American men.
Gareth Southgate.
Clip.
It's a new year. Like, you guys can let things just be in the past.
Oh, man. Yeah. But yeah. That's it for the People's Journal, man.
That'll do it. All right, let's get into sis. What would you do? All right, let's get into it. So, hi Esther and Gina. I'm a huge lover of the show. I really need some practical advice really quickly. I'm 19 and I recently gave my life to Christ a month ago, just before my birthday. Welcome to the family, sis. Lovely. I live at home with my mother and two siblings, both younger than me. I'm the oldest. Okay. My dilemma is that I found out that my mother practices witchcraft.
Oh, God.
And this fact, oh God, indeed. And this fact is making it impossible for me to fall asleep at night, as I have this newfound awareness that there aren't just human beings present within my home. Every time I close my eyes to sleep, there would always be some form of some sense of darkness that disrupts my spirit. I have told my friends at church and they insisted I see the pastor. He has asked if I could invite him to my house to speak to my mother, but I don't know if that is something I should do because there's no telling how my mother would react to that betrayal. I've been taking naps during the day in order to catch up with some sleep, and sometimes I stay over at my friends' houses. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if there is anything I can do. If anyone is listening and has been in a similar situation or knows someone who has and was able to find a solution, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you.
A similar situation, you know.
I'll be honest, yeah. I think you saying that you sleep during the day, like obviously I know that people say, evil spirits and whatever, the darkness is where they really shine, but evil spirits work all through the day. But they really do. They're active all through the day. I would just say to you, you need to get, obviously until you can afford to move out, I would say you need to pray more. You need to just get your light up. Darkness cannot consume light. That is not how it works. And you are light. You belong to God's family now. You belong to Christ's family. You are light. I would say pray more. I would say speak to your pastor. It depends how long your mom has been practicing witchcraft for in terms of getting your pastor to come and talk to her, because that can seem like an ambush and then she would just be like, that can be a bit much. I would say you talk to your mum first about why it is that she's practicing that before you then start getting outside recruits. Do you get me?
She might be a white witch.
My what?
She might be a white witch.
What's a white witch?
She might be practicing good witchcraft.
Oh, is that when they pray for protection and success and that stuff?
Like Erica Badu?
I mean, I don't know. But there's potentially.
Oh, that's
For
I
the
think his mum,
witchcraft.
innit? Ardy's mum.
Whose?
Ardy.
What, White Hardy?
Yeah.
Is that his mum does? Witchcraft?
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, see, but she's a good one.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
So he says.
That's if we categorize witches as good and bad.
Well, some people will
Yeah.
tell you when in principalities there's no such thing as good or
Yeah,
bad.
I'm some people. I am the some people. Nope, I'm the some people. I don't know about good and bad witch, but I would say talk to your mum first, and then maybe if she's doing chants during night, your mum like, do you mind keeping it to a minimum? It's help is so I don't sleep. But I would honestly just say pray a lot. I know it can be a lot, like things can disrupt your spirit and it can make you uncomfortable. But I would pray to God for protection. Of course, I pray for you to continue to know God, strength, like keep reading your Bible, do all that stuff so you're filled with honestly light. But also pray to God to provide you the means to be able to move out.
Are you gonna give her advice to help her with the demons?
Pray, girl.
Just pray.
What you gonna do? Go and slap the demon in the face?
They're in the
They're
house.
spirits.
They're in the house.
Yeah, they're in the house, but they're not in her. They can't go in her because she's a child of
She
God.
said she just this newfound awareness, this new revelation, information's coming into light
Yeah.
that she's not just sharing her house with human beings.
But there's spirits in here with us, not right now.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what she means, that there's spirits in the house. But right now, as we're sitting here, there's spirits with us.
So everybody's not sharing. Everybody's sharing the house with
Yeah,
everyone.
everyone's sharing something with everybody.
Mark's spirit is outside, by the way.
Listen, the best advice I can give her is honestly to pray. I would say pray, like praying, reading your Bible, do all that stuff so you stay filled up with the Holy Spirit, and then speak to your mum as well and just try and understand why it is that she's doing what she's doing. And then before you then go and speak to a pastor or whatever, but I would say, I don't know if you're in uni or wherever it is, but you might have to start looking at ways and like intentionally start saving or whatever it is so that you can move out if the atmosphere and the energy is different for you.
I don't know if that's good advice, man.
What advice would you give her?
Slay the demons. Call Van Helsing.
Who's Van Helsing?
You're such an egg.
Who's Van Helsing?
Van Helsing is.
my gosh. Is that about a vampire slayer or something?
Oh,
I hear tenants called Ghostbusters. Listen, mate, you better get your prayer up. You gotta pray the demons away, girl. That's honestly the best advice I can give you. Brent, as another follower of Christ, what advice would you give her?
Ooh, it'll be interesting having a conversation with the mum, innit? Because the mum obviously is aware, but I'm not sure she's aware that it's troubling her daughter. I'm not sure that she's aware that her daughter's just come to Christ.
Yeah.
That might be terrifying in itself. To the demons that the mum is basically parlaying with.
Yeah.
Right? That might have an adverse effect on their relationship. Because
Probably will.
the God that she serves is not the God that her
her
daughter now
mum's-
serves. And obviously she is afraid to even talk to mother about this because she hasn't said that she's talked to mother about this. Ooh.
And I would say as well, like have like a Christian community. So maybe like if you find a church, if you haven't found a church, message me. I'll help you find a church. But like people that you can confide in. Speak to your pastor. I do think you speak to your pastor, but not in a speak to my pastor to confront my mum. I think you need to have a conversation with your mum first before you be doing all that stuff.
No, I'm aware that like when my mother came to Christ, she had to leave the house because it was too much. Not that my
Which one of you was
grandmother was
worshipping?
a witch or anything, but there was a particular practice that she used to dabble in, and every single time my mother used to go in that room, it just used to get pitch black.
Really?
Yeah. But obviously, as you said before,
Give me goosebumps.
because she's a Christian, that darkness can't like, touch
Darkness
her.
it will not.
But
and
it
you
will
need to
still
believe
try
that.
to trouble her. Do you understand?
Yeah,
If it is
believe that.
she's a new convert, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, it
to
would be
her.
100%.
So yeah, continue sleeping over by your friends. I would suggest that you do converse with your pastor, and you get his advice or her advice, whoever the pastor is, and they may be able to.
They can pray together as well.
Yeah. Her other siblings as well in that house. Boy, as we were talking about,
You gotta be for
what
the
you don't
family.
know, what you don't know would trouble you.
That's the thing, when you don't know exactly. But pray for everybody there. Pray for them as well, for their protection as well. But yeah, I would say speak to people, like speak to your pastor, definitely.
And I don't even know what type of council initiatives that she can basically look into at 19. I don't know if they have any.
You can't at 19.
Can't.
You can't at 19.
What
Why
age
not?
can you?
There'll be no priority. You need to be under 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell her
She
DM
can,
me.
still, she can still apply though.
Tell her DM me. I got to connect for her.
Okay.
Was that Pastor Toby's Chapos?
No, real connect. Just to get into the housing ladder. Money talks, bullshit walks, man. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Message me, DM me, I got you.
That's actually handy.
All right, so can you DM Mags?
Only she wants to move out. And she's serious about it.
Yeah, it sounds like she's very serious.
Cool.
If it's a option. Where can she DM you? On Hinge?
Let me see, man.
No, that's not for business, that's for pleasure.
It's foolishness.
Instagram?
You move like you don't know what socials I got. Like, you can't
Instagram,
find me.
Twitter.
Actually, join the community.
Who, me? I'm in the community.
No, I'm telling her. Join the community.
No one's ever messaged me in the community.
They probably have, you know. You don't know.
No, I think I got notifications.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah. So join the community and message me, and I'll get you into contact with Max.
And I'll pray for you too, girl.
Yeah, that's wild though, man.
It's very mad. That's very crazy. But
Very unfortunate.
now people can have kind of darkness. I've kind of experienced that. I used to live in a witch's house. And it definitely disrupted my spirit, like even physically as well.
Say what? What did you do?
I've been in the presence of a witch.
Okay.
And whenever I was in a house, it would disrupt my spirit and affect me physically.
It was a witch to you.
I'd say again when the music is on.
It's
Is that it for the segment?
Do you know if you don't believe that stuff, though, it can't affect you?
Nah. It's also interesting that people say stuff like that.
It's
Like
true.
what?
If you don't believe it, it's not going to affect you.
If you don't empower these things, it can't affect you.
The whole time you've been affected, you don't even know about it.
Yeah.
That's mad. Well, you don't know, but God knows.
Some people say that you even saying you're about to make a series about polyamory, sharing spirits and stuff with other individuals. Yeah. That's literally evidence that you've been licked up by.
What do you mean?
Sharing
You
spirits.
just love it now.
As in that in itself, you wanting to do it in itself is evidence that there's a spell on you.
Why?
Because it's not your normal behavior.
Yeah, you could have a polyamorous spirit in you currently.
There's different kind of spirits. Yeah.
Yeah, all different types.
No, that is just
Tomfoolery.
no, it's just
Poppycock.
growth. It's just growth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously through learning, through having
Yeah,
conversations.
people say that the polyamory spirit is growing in you.
And I was just looking at things from an economic standpoint.
This is it.
Yeah.
So
Very
it's more
important.
just growth. It's not about principalities and spiritualities. No, it's about logic, critical thinking.
It's all about PR and branding, to be honest. Like all this stuff, anyway. like when we say white witch, we don't normally see the darkness that we would associate with occultism and stuff.
Yeah.
Funny enough, you like supposed to use it for good. I would think that every single one of the witches would say, "I'm doing a good thing." Every single one of them.
Okay, I'm with you.
They would just get beat
They
up
all
by
say-
villages and stuff. Yeah, I don't think they say, "I'm going to do something bad." I don't think that they feel as though they're doing something bad.
Oh, they definitely don't.
It's the people in the village that basically say, huh, is that what you're doing? Beat, 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 beat. Yeah. Obviously, some of them know that Lucifer is a warmonger, man.
It's mad.
Yeah.
I've been in the middle of the segment. You guys, if you want to send in stuff or asking for friends, what would you do? The number is 075-648-41073. You can also send voice notes into TDA submissions at thenewblack.com. Let us know what segment it's for, whether it's asking for a friend. Sis, what would you do? But yeah, let's get into our...
I know a witch, you know. just clocked. Yeah. And
Who?
it's, what?
Who?
As in the name? Her name's Andrea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Does she know that she's a witch?
Yeah, she knows that and she even showed me the contract she signed.
With who?
With
People them.
yeah.
What
Lucifer's
type
representative.
of pen is this?
Did she use
An
the blood
ink.
to
No,
sign
it's
it?
a regular pen.
Serious?
Yeah.
So
Was it red ink?
Yeah, and who
No,
drew
it
up the
wasn't
contract?
red ink. It was what?
Who drew up the contract?
A representative.
A rep.
Yeah. Boy, the type of stuff that she gets into and the type of stuff that happens to her. Boy, oh boy. And now she has her daughter, basic. She knows everything.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't them witches recording your studio no more.
So, when I say I know a witch, when you've now classified them as witches, they just are into astrology and stuff. And
No, it's not astrology.
They
They
mess with the crystals and whatnot.
They do real
and the chakras and whatnot.
Who's he talking about?
They do real witchcraft.
Talk to me, like,
love
because I didn't see them
potions.
doing any of that.
They do love potions. They try and do healing. They bring the crystals out in the moonlight and put their toes in the grass and recharge it.
Yeah, they don't record here.
Rent
so,
things.
Yes.
Rent things.
So Mark asked me to
angels.
open my doors to his friends, right? When they arrived, they changed the tuning around a bit.
No, that was loons. I had nothing to do with that.
You're right.
Of course I'm right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, one of them had messed around with loons, and he was like, "Break, can you do me a solid?" And I was like, "Are they white?" He's like, "Yeah." But to be honest, they said they were Christians,
Well,
and then
Yeah,
when
but
they came,
People say
and
they're
they started-
Christians, though. It's when we
dibby
get to the door,
dabbling.
we'll know who's really a Christian.
Yeah, but they were interesting individuals. But obviously, I'm a child of God in it. Nothing like happens to me. And like I said, when they come into my presence, they leave their spirits outside. They can't enter. They can't enter. They can't enter.
Take it off.
All right, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, headlines.
All right. So, you don't remember El Chapo, yeah? Mm-hmm. The legend. Right. So, yeah, the son of the notorious Mexican drug kingpin, El Chapo, has been arrested, leading to an eruption of violence. Ovidio Guzman Lopez was captured in Sinaloa after a 6-month surveillance operation. Gunfire and carjackings have been reported in the city of Culiacan in an apparent backlash after armed forces carried out a raid early on Thursday. A Mexican airline said a plane scheduled to fly from the city was hit by bullets before taking off. Defense Minister Luis Crescenio Sandoval said that Guzman Lopez is accused of leading a faction of his father's notorious Sinaloa cartel. It's one of the largest drug trafficking organizations in the world. His father, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, is serving a life sentence in the US after being found guilty in 2019 of drug trafficking and money laundering. His trial revealed some of the most brutal details of how Mexico's drug cartel operate. Mr. Sandoval added that the surveillance operation to capture Guzman Lopez had the support of US officials, as always, and he has now been transferred to a safe location in Mexico City. The next headline, trigger warning here, very sad news. Not much information just yet, but 6 women have been arrested over the suspicious death of a 1-year-old boy at a nursery in the West Midlands. A criminal investigation was launched following a visit by Ofsted inspectors to Fairy Tales Day Nursery in Dudley in the wake of the death on the 9th of September. 2 of those arrested are being held on suspicion of corporate manslaughter. This is what the police have confirmed. And the nursery on Bourne Street, along with other linked premises, are now closed. The corporate manslaughter suspects were detained on Wednesday, along with another woman held on suspicion of gross negligence manslaughter. And the last headline, I'm not too sure if you guys are going to be concerned, but, you know, Twitter was hacked, and basically hackers stole email addresses of more than 200 million Twitter users and posted them on an online hacking forum on Wednesday. The breach will unfortunately lead to a lot of hacking, targeted phishing, and doxing. I don't know what doxing is. Ben, what's doxing?
It's when you put somebody's address online and then everybody could basically see it, and then they...
Okay.
Let me just get the proper definition of this because it's something like that.
Okay, cool. Whilst you're finding that, this was said by Alan Gal, who's the co-founder of an Israeli cyber security monitoring firm called Hudson Rock. And he basically wrote that on LinkedIn, and he called it one of the most significant leaks he's ever seen. Twitter has not commented on the report, which Gal first posted about on social media on the 24th of December, nor responded to inquiries about the breach since that date. It was not clear what action, if any, Twitter has taken to investigate or remediate the issue.
Elon don't care.
Guess maybe it's not a big deal, innit? To him. Anyway, Reuters could not independently verify if the data on the forum was authentic and came from Twitter, but screenshots of the hacker forum, where the data appeared on Wednesday, have circulated online. Troy Hunt, who's a creator of breach notification site Have I Been Owned, I believe that is, viewed the leaked data and said on Twitter that it seemed pretty much what it's been described as. There was no clues to the identity or location of the hacker or hackers behind the breach. It may have taken place as early as 2021, which was before Elon Musk took over ownership of the company last year. Claims about the size and the scope of the breach initially varied, with early accounts in December saying 400 million email addresses and phone numbers were stolen. But yeah, I guess they've settled at about 200 million. But yeah, that's the end. The headlines.
Doxing.
Oh yeah. Doxing.
The action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the reaction, our sports headlines.
So let's get into our first sports headline of the day. Rubbish result. Where's this gone? Why has this done this for?
You know why? It's because I was literally trying to put in some breaking news, you know?
Or the
Yeah.
passing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sad news. Gianluca Vialli.
Oh, Vialli dead?
Yeah,
bloody
he passed
hell.
away,
Passed away,
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect
man.
timing.
Hmm?
Reaction.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't perfect timing.
At all.
What you just said wasn't perfect timing.
Oh no, because it's sports news.
I know, but you said it was illy timed when you said it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean. I didn't mean that.
No, we know you didn't mean it that way, but I just, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Rest in peace to
Legend.
Gianluca Vialli, man. You know, we reported on this, when was it? Was it last week?
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks ago?
Oh,
yeah.
you reported on his
Been
yeah,
in
that's
hospital
fight.
and that. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it was the day Loons and Venus was there.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Must
yeah.
have missed it.
Yeah. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2017. But after saying in April of 2020 that he had been given the all clear, he was re-diagnosed in 2021, man. But yeah, unfortunately, he's passed away.
Yeah, legend. I remember him most fondly from his Chelsea days.
Yeah,
He
man.
was lying on the prim.
He was one of them. He was a player manager, innit?
Yeah.
Was he play manager?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I'm sure Vialli was player manager.
Yeah.
Well, for Chelsea.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I feel like he was.
Yeah, and let me Google that. But I think he was.
Vialli.
Yeah. He wasn't just on the sidelines.
Nah, he was player manager, innit?
Yeah.
You sure he wasn't? Hold on. He was at Chelsea from 96 to 99. The manager, yeah, he was.
Yeah, see?
Play manager from 98 to 99.
Oh, man.
Then he was the actual manager from 99 to 2000. The
Legend.
concept of a player manager is funny.
Especially if you don't start yourself and you're the striker.
Yeah.
If you don't start yourself, you're the striker. And things are going wrong, you're on the side. Wait there. You know what?
Yeah.
What? You know what?
I'm in. Yeah.
This is back in the top, you know. Killy, come off.
Yeah.
Come off.
It's actually a dope concept, but it's funny. If you think about it.
Yeah, the sidelines with your kid.
Yeah.
Well, R.I.P. Gianluca Vialli, man.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P.
But yeah, Chelsea lost at the bridge to Man City, 1-0. Poor result. Not the result anybody wanted.
Nope.
Really, truly. But yeah, so Human Song broke his goal drought. Wait, 1 second. This is wrong.
What happened?
No, that's from yes, that's from the other day, the Human Song one.
Yeah, it's making me.
Oh, crap.
1 second, that was crazy. Man said Human Song. I'm thinking, wait, what?
But quickly on yesterday's game, right?
I don't need to read it anyway. We don't. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, obviously,
This is it.
I was hoping for a Chelsea win to take points off Man City. But two things. One, the difference between Arsenal and Man City right now is Man City can bring on Grealish and Mahrez to literally change the game. Grealish assist, Mahrez goal. Arsenal had nothing to bring off the bench. Yeah, that's the difference. Also, I'm not sure if you've seen the replay of that goal. Kepa just watched the ball roll by him.
And then it gets and then slapped in. Yeah, Kepa's a.
He just watched the ball roll by him.
Because you never got
Useless-
this.
useless donkey, bruv.
It's no awareness. It's his fault for having bad peripheral, but no one clearly never gave him the shout.
Yeah.
He thought that was just going out, innit? Stupidness.
Idiot.
I wanted I wanted Chelsea win or draw.
Yeah. Also, Aubameyang has fallen off the cliff.
He was finished before they got
Man
him.
came on as a sub, and then he got subbed off.
Did he get subbed off?
Got subbed off on 58 minutes without even making an impact.
58.
It felt like the Chelsea players didn't want to pass to him. I don't know if there's anything going on behind the scenes, but he don't seem like he's a part of the team. He seemed like he's just...
He got
An
dragged
outlier.
off at 60. He
Yeah.
came on after 2 minutes, though.
He came on for Raheem Sterling, right?
Yeah, it's after 2 minutes though. He did get an hour.
You know, he got some time, but again, he got taken off.
He's trash. He's been finished.
He brought on Hutchison, Gallagher, and some other kid. I just feel like Chelsea's a collection of different players. They're not actually a team.
When did they buy that Zachariah?
Who's Zachariah?
The midfielder.
There was a black guy in midfield that was wavy.
Oh,
Zachariah?
who hit the post?
I don't know.
No, that's Chim when
Oh,
we left
yeah.
from Aston Villa. It's the Zachariah, the Swiss you. He's playing in midfield. He's good, man. That's
That might be who.
that's who you're talking about.
Whenever I started watching it,
Yeah.
that guy was nice.
Yeah, he looked decent. I don't know when they even bought him. I don't think I've even seen him play before.
Okay.
If I'm honest with you, but I'm watching the game and the whole time I'm like, this brother's decent.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, I can't figure out Chelsea right now. It's just bare different players. I don't.
What's Potter got to do to get sacked?
As a unit, well, stay where they are in the league, and don't ascend up into the.
If
the
he
top
lost
spots.
if he loses 2 of his next 4 in the league, is he gone?
I don't see them sacking him. You know, it's too early.
If it was Roman, he would have been out of
It's
here
too
by
early.
now.
Hold on, let me
You know what Roman would have done? Roman would have called Putin for him. He would be out of here.
Chelsea are 10th on 25 points. They've lost 6, drawn 4, and won 7.
Yeah, it's yucky.
They were giving Man City a little run though.
Also, they spent the most
In the beginning, in the first half, they was on their neck.
Remember, they spent the most money in the summer.
They bought 3 players in this window.
This has made that clear.
Brother, they bought 3 players
yeah, I
in
know.
this window that's been open a few days.
The guy they signed yesterday, I can't remember his name. They signed him
Badiashile?
until 2029.
Yeah, 7.5
That's
year
the
contract.
longest contract I've ever seen in my life. 7.5 years.
Yeah, I've only 7. Sissoko got 7 from Newcastle. That's the last time I see it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. They gave Man City a run for the money. Someone tweeted that I agreed with it. The way that game was going was giving me hope that when Arsenal do play City, it's not going to be like, I reckon it'll be a competitive game and we can actually win. Like, they didn't really impress me.
They didn't. I was just hoping that they can take some points from them, and I'm just thinking, because look, it's a tough away day.
Yeah.
But then again, it probably would bode better for me, because my brethren's telling me I'm doing wishful thinking. Because
I love how
don't.
you've implemented yourself in the mix.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, I like, Brett.
There are next game.
A couple of weeks ago, you weren't talking like this. Now it's like, no, a couple of weeks ago, all you
There
were
are
talking about
next
was
game.
Newcastle.
There are next game, and
Now it's like, yeah,
My brother's telling
yeah,
me-
we're there. Like, you know what I mean?
my brethren's telling me he don't think they lose 2 games on the spin.
Who? Man City?
I wouldn't like. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's your next game against City?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I'm saying it.
Oh, so you were hoping that Chelsea knock them off and then they, yeah.
I was hoping that they'd lose or drop points, honestly, and then lose at Old Trafford as well. But like I said, my brother's telling me there's no chance they lose 2 games on the spin. So this might be worked out better for me now. So now we might win.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I can't see them losing 2 games back to back. So the fact that they won today means that they might lose to you, hopefully.
I was hoping you got another chance at us taking points off them. We'll do it for you, lot, man.
I appreciate it.
We'll do it,
Is
man.
that how you measure things?
What do you mean?
I can't see them losing 2 games, so they're
No,
probably
but
gonna beat us.
remember, it's
No,
based,
this one.
it's based, No, I know, but it's based on trend, isn't it? If a team rarely loses 2 games in a row, then you can't take that for granted.
I wouldn't expect City to lose 2 games on the spin. So if I'm the second game, if I'm the game after the loss, yeah, I'm not expecting the victory there.
And this is regardless of your team.
Regardless of my team, because City don't lose 2 games on the spin.
Because remember, for some teams,
Irregardless of who they're playing, irrespective of who they're playing and where they're playing, they don't. I'm not saying it hasn't happened before, but
Yeah.
generally
obviously-
speaking, they don't lose 2 games on the spin.
because some teams you could lose and that could put you in a slump. Some teams they have the bounce back. They lose and then they win the next one because they bounce back, or they might lose again because they're on a bad run.
You always get a reaction out of them. And remember, I can speak to it because I watch other teams play, Brent.
Well, you introduced me to that particular part.
You enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun, wasn't it?
I felt the people behind me wanted to watch it. So I couldn't do anything.
Oh, what you don't really watch other games apart from Arsenal?
I tend to just watch Arsenal. Yeah. So I was forced to watch Chelsea and United.
It weren't all bad.
City.
It weren't all bad, Brent. Come on, man.
No, it wasn't because I saw that guy playing, the Chelsea guy.
This is my point.
Playing decent, man.
All right, cool. What's our next headline? Damar Hamlin's condition improves. Just quickly, because I keep seeing it going around, but I haven't seen it. But did you see all of it? You heard a lot about it? The guy that had to get brought back to life?
I just saw that he collapsed on the field, right?
Was it from like a tackle or something, or was he just...
No, it was from he got hit. It was a tackle. Fell down, stood up, adjusted his helmet, then just collapsed.
And then they're actually pumping his chest on the pitch?
Yeah, for about like 10 minutes or something?
No way.
Yeah.
That's traumatizing.
It's horrible.
But yeah, Damar Hamlin's condition improved. So US National Football League player Damar Hamlin has shown remarkable improvement over the last 24 hours and is neurologically intact, his team said on Thursday. The Buffalo Bills star suffered a cardiac arrest on the field during a Monday night game in Cincinnati. Hamlin has been in intensive care. Intensive care unit since he was taken off the field after collapsing. But he has now been communicating with doctors by writing after waking up. One of Hamlin's physicians, Dr. Timothy Pritz, said he had asked who won the game between the Bills and the Bengals. The doctor responded, Damar, you won. You won the game of life.
Cheesy though.
Hamlin is still on a ventilator in the intensive care unit at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center to assist his breathing. Earlier in the day, the doctors treating him said he demonstrated that he appears to be neurologically intact, the Bills said in the latest update. His lungs continue to heal and he is making steady progress, the team added. We are grateful for the love and support we have received.
That's good, man.
Yeah, man.
Good signs. And then our final sports headline will be Gervonta Davis fights Garcia on the weekend. You watching that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, man. Yeah, man.
What day is that? Saturday night?
Yes. Yeah.
It'll be stupid o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I might catch it. We'll see how that works out. So, boxing superstar Gervonta Davis, Tank, and unbeaten world champion Hector Luis Garcia went face-to-face Thursday and exchanged shoves before cooler heads prevailed at the final press conference before they meet for Davis's WBA Lightweight title this Saturday, January 7th, headlining a Showtime pay-per-view event from Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., in an event presented by the Premier Boxing Champions. Baltimore native Davis will have home field advantage in nearby Washington, D.C. and expects a great crowd, he said at Wednesday's media workout. He's also not going by the odd makers or what most fans think and is giving Garcia his respect. I know that Hector Luis Garcia is going to come to fight and we're going to give the fans what they want to see, Davis said. Garcia did what he had to do to earn his fight. He beat a top contender and then won the belt. Giving him the shot was the perfect timing for everyone. He's earned his stripes. Our main focus is Hector Garcia. We know that he's a threat to everything I want to do. The goal is to put on a great performance, nothing else. Garcia does indeed threaten Tank's plans for a much bigger fight against a much bigger star in 3 months. Another upset win by the Dominican will completely derail the Tank versus Ryan fight, which could still happen in that scenario, but also will not have nearly the momentum or commercial appeal. That's our sports headlines. That's the end of our reactions.
Nice.
Okay, let's get into Done Out Here. You know, I'm just happy it's Friday.
Always, man.
I'm about to get on the motorway and go to...
Are you going to the game, innit?
I'm going to Old Trafford to go watch the game.
FA Cup, innit?
Yeah. You've got to see greatness prevail, man. The Ten Hag Revolution. I told you I'm going to be there this year, man. I'm a man of my word.
Box. What are you saying, box?
Am I in a box?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet life.
Sweet life, something like, food, alcohol. Something like, man, you know how we do, man.
Amenities.
Come on, Brent, man. I want Brent to do me a favour for Done Out Ere, yeah? Because I don't even know what I'm going to do on Done Out Ere. I don't even know. I always do this stuff sometimes, yeah. But I just want to laugh. You see what I sent in that group yesterday, yeah?
Oh, the girl.
Can you play it for me, please?
Okay.
So they can hear the audio.
That is so
A
cringe,
little
bro.
crackhead.
It's not cringe. It's the
No,
funniest.
it is cringe.
Everybody's. What are you gonna give them? Visuals or just audio?
Visual
And audio. Okay, yeah, go on then. Everybody's sense of humor is different. You see me? I have been crying
I think the restraint is
for 24 hours. I've been crying.
Because I want to slap people for less. So
Huh?
that restraint, that woman's self-control is lit. It's
embarrassing.
amazing. I would have boxed
I'm not saying
her.
it's not funny, but it's not like, it's more like, ugh,
It's ugh.
ugh.
It's ugh. Oh my gosh, I could punch you in the throat.
It's the funniest thing. Play Brent. Run my shit.
Yeah, you could have sent me a message alongside the whole white girl message that you sent earlier. All pussies the same pussy. Sorry, got text. You should have sent me.
You're saying you should send it earlier so you can prepare.
Yeah.
Not prepare it in real
You don't
time.
tell me in the moment because I'm loading up WhatsApp to even put it up, but it's on a different computer. Things are happening. I just needed the preparation.
So basically, what you're telling me is you can't find it.
I'm doing it now, but
he's
stop
doing it, but it's-
interrupting me.
No, but you're supposed to do that.
You're supposed to pad it until it is a find it. Pad it.
Okay, well, we can pad it, but I'm just saying for future reference, make sure you're supposed to be moving like Tony Stark in here. Like you're supposed to be like when I tell you put it on the screen, break, pop it up. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be going crazy in here.
That's the material you're using to pad it.
No, I'm just saying we got to work on this.
So
We got to work on this.
You got to do
I
better.
looked through the thread, innit? The context was she was smoking a vape, innit?
Yeah.
And they asked her to stop smoking.
Yeah. And then went off.
No, you're not gonna do shit. 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 You're not gonna do shit.
Yeah, profanity,
You're not
bro.
gonna do
It's
shit.
too much,
Exactly. Carl, you just mean to shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm not a big girl. Oh, please, here you came. Big girl, but you're not a big girl. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? 27. And you call yourself a fucking grown woman? Are you stupid? You silly fucking bitch.
That bitch is what would have sent me. I
She
would
didn't have
have
to swear that
tackled
much,
her.
you know. Fucking hell, bro. Excuse my language too, but
Which is disgusting, man.
That bitch would have.
Right,
That's
bro.
what.
Any of that.
Oh my gosh.
Like 7 o'clock, you gonna do? Oh, don't even have chat for me. Just move.
I think we should guess what council state she's from.
Mate, that's it. That's a fun game.
Sorry, one second. You are missing gems.
Gonna do shit.
She said
You're not gonna
she
do
said you're a
shit.
big girl, but you're not a big
You're
girl.
not
Listen,
gonna do
that's
shit. Exactly, Carl, you just mean to shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up.
listen.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the, I'm not a big girl. Oh, please, here you came. Big girl, but you're not a big girl.
How can she say she's not a big girl, but you're older than me, but you're not a big girl then?
Woman, are you stupid?
Oh, you talking about size?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, you're a big girl, but
Listen,
you're
listen,
not.
listen, listen.
Oh,
Listen.
When do you become a grown woman then?
Bitch, where? Bro, don't. You don't need to know any of that.
you don't need to know that about this, bro.
Any of that.
You don't need to know any of that, Killy. Hey, stop her, please.
No, when she said that, I said, yeah, you're damn bad, man.
Yeah, you
She
don't
didn't
need to
expect
talk about
that.
this, bro.
That came out left. She didn't expect that.
You don't understand. This girl is the truth. A man try to get involved, you know. Oh, so when do you become a big woman then? So what?
You don't need to know that about that.
You don't need to know any of that, Killy. You don't need to know any of that,
You
big
mind
man.
mind your business.
I think, yeah, people that are saying that, obviously, that she was doing too much, yeah, the woman, yeah, antagonized her. When she said, you're not a big girl, she goes, oh, well, you're a big girl, but you're not a big girl.
But after how many bitches there?
That set her off.
She deserved that.
Set her
After-
off.
after how many bitches
How
in
many,
UK?
how many
She
shut
was-
the fuck up do you need to
Exactly. How many
shut the fuck up
you need to get?
Fucking hell, bro. Like a fucking gun.
I would have called. Listen, I would have shattered her confidence. She would have did
you think-
years of therapy.
You moving like you didn't
with
grow,
me.
you didn't grow up in the States. You can't shout that confidence. You can't shout
No,
that
you can.
confidence.
Trust me,
No,
you can. You
can't
can.
shout that
I'm not
confidence.
gonna lie.
You gotta say one thing.
That would be this.
You have to
that would
fight
be
fire.
this.
That is fire. You gotta fight big
You
fire
got-
with fire.
trust me.
You don't shout that. You got a box in the face. You
Everybody-
can't.
No, no, no.
You're not shouting that.
No, you can.
All right, I'm just.
When I tell you, people have insecurities.
You're
all
not.
you have
You're not
to do-
verbally. You're not verbally talking that down.
People have insecurities. All you have to do is just pick one insecurity, and that humbles them.
Boy, I don't know.
You guys give us some examples.
This is how old are you? Goes on 27. You're 27. You think
you're a grown
you
woman?
think you're a grown woman? You fucking stupid.
You fucking bitch.
The thing is,
It's the
yeah,
bitch that would have got me. Because
Like-
who are you talking to?
No, but she made her reevaluate her life because in her mind she's thinking, "Raw for real, am I that grown? Like
No,
I am
she is
only
grown.
27."
She is grown. You donut looking egg.
yeah, but in
I am
comparison
grown.
to you, the thing is, I'm fine. I'm not all for a bit of
man.
white on white crime from time to time. I don't really mind it, but
White on white
it
violence.
was too much profanity.
Well, obviously, you that were saying, your people were saying that basically that white people love watching black people and think that she's acting black and that. And that's when I was thinking,
Who said that?
people
I
in
don't,
the
think, I don't
comments.
think she's acting black. She's just acting like she's from a council estate somewhere.
So,
She's a tart.
so you don't think that's acting black? I was gonna think, like, why would
No.
anybody even want that? Why
Because-
would want to claim that? That's why I was saying that. Do you think she acts like you lot because it speaks to like when you don't want to reclaim the N word and that? Do you know what I'm trying
Also,
to say? That,
why do you keep saying you're black?
huh?
You're black.
Yeah, but I don't see blackness in that.
Neither do I.
I'm just double checking.
Oh,
Because
yeah, I don't know. I've seen girls like that my whole entire life from estates where, but I never thought they acting black. I just thought you just acting on the rule.
Yeah, I don't think in this scenario, because there might be other scenarios where.
But I get what you're
that
saying,
could
though.
be legit.
Because
If
the thing
people
is,
do say that,
but the thing is, all she's
That could be
doing, okay,
legit.
what is she doing that's acting black?
I don't think she's acting black.
No. If we're to, as a room, dissect that performance and say,
Basically,
okay, cool.
it's the way she's talking.
Is it the
You can't have chat for me.
Is it the attitude?
that.
What is it?
It's the mannerisms. It's the you can't have chat for me. Who do you think that is that? I can see why people would say that.
Yeah, I can see it.
She's
Why are
acting
black
black.
people always trying to claim the ghetto? Like?
But that's the thing. And that's my
That's
thing.
just ghetto. Like,
Yeah.
down
That's
bad.
my
And then like,
thing.
it's talking about its ownership, like it's acting black and talking about.
Yeah.
Why is that our thing? That's not our
That's
thing.
not nothing to claim.
Because we never ever claim good things. We never
We're
see
not
someone be
claiming
successful and be like, oh, you're acting black. That's black success. It's never that. It's always the ghetto ratchet things. It's like, oh, you're acting. That's not even something to fight over.
Because I was honestly, I see in some of the replies to some of the quote tweets like, oh yeah, white people always watching black people, and I'm thinking, why are you so?
Why do you want to be
what are you
associated
connecting
with
with?
that?
What are you connecting with here? Like, 'cause
Down bad.
this don't make no sense to me. That's why I said to you. That's why I
horrible.
said, Jesus thinks she's acting like you lot. I just had to double check.
She likes the black boys though.
Huh?
She likes the black
You
boys.
can definitely tell she loves them. She loves her Andre.
She's acting like she lives in
Why
Bermondsey.
you do that for?
No, I mean in general. That was just a random name.
It's not a random name. It's my name.
So you really think that when I said that, I meant that she
wasn't thinking it. So.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that. Why did you?
And you know what's mad? When I said it, do you know what's mad? 'Cause when you said why'd you say that, then I clocked it was your name, but I didn't think you wanted your name out there. So that's what I said. It's just a random name, but you had to draw attention to it.
No, I put it out there now. It's bait. I'm on Hinge. I'm on Hinges, Andre, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, you're not on there, Putin father. No. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Everyone will love.
Right. You're doing it legit.
Yeah.
Or you could do Andre, aka Mugs.
Nah, that's childish.
wow.
That's childish.
Okay, you really are serious about this, damn.
You're gonna when I get the footage, it's box office stuff. I'm telling you, just leave me, let me work.
Are you gonna have are you gonna get married in these settings, these polygyny settings? What's the better time? I'm just trying to think how many weddings I'm gonna have to attend for you.
What's it?
You're gonna have one
what's
ceremony,
in your actual bio?
That's true.
What's in my bio?
Yeah,
What am I?
Ooh, yeah.
on Hinge. Yeah, give it to me.
Looking for love. Looking for love. Okay, so why would you do that? That's so funny. That's interesting.
But it hit him like a slap.
Yeah, but it's like
I thought we were friends.
it's funny. But you know what's crazy though? Is that he was out here doing. Oh yeah, but do you feel like she's acting like yous lot? No, do you feel like she's acting like black people?
Hold on. Explain to me how this works. What's this? Is this what you've written?
Yeah, you write prompts and stuff because you can.
Can you read it out loud? Are you allowed to? Is
Yeah,
there any
just
reading?
go and read it if you want.
All right, cool. The key to my heart is
I'm gonna be sick.
Goodness.
I'm gonna vomit. I'm going to vomit.
food. If you enjoy cooking and eating, we already have two things in common. He's got that picture of him.
Let me see.
Okay.
He recently
It
put
says "At me in the wild."
Oh yeah, me in a while. That's on top. All right, cool. Next picture is him at an event, a function, wearing a nice little Palm Angels t-shirt, dressed in black. Most exotic place I've been, and then it's that picture of him. What was this again?
DR, yeah.
Jeez.
DR.
I thought that was the Burnham concept.
All right, next prompt is don't hate me if I snore sometimes. It's not every day, but I have been known to partake on occasions.
You're rude, vulnerable, and transparent.
So he's letting the ladies know
Like what they're
I
turning up for.
snore. I'm known for. Got a picture of him podcasting or at an event, live show event with a mic. We'll get along if you enjoy red wine.
Damn, Andre, you
Nice.
for real.
A nice swirl
You're for real with this.
and a
Little
sniff.
sniff.
And a, my favorite thing to do while social distancing, and it's him on a jet ski in Cancun.
You gotta show him he's got money. Love that.
Me in my blogging days, it's him wearing a nice little two-piece at is this on holiday?
No, it's just an event.
An event,
Somewhere.
nice little two-piece he's wearing.
Just an excuse to post a picture, really.
Yeah, because when did you blog?
I didn't.
Do you know what a blog is?
No.
So he's got age on there, he's got his height on there,
What's the height?
6'3",
Okay.
location on there, he's got his star sign on there,
What's your star sign?
Virgo, baby.
Okay.
he's got that he drinks, yes, doesn't smoke, but he burns the reefer sometimes.
You put that there.
He's there.
Okay. Transparency.
And
You are
doesn't-
really open.
And he doesn't take pills. Content creator / producer, and he resides in Hackney.
Jeez.
I mean,
Oh, Mark.
That's a good profile.
That's a
That's
winning
Yeah.
profile, man.
the profile,
That's a very good
profile's decent
profile.
still.
But you lied.
What's it
About
about?
Your residential status.
I don't do that.
But you asked me.
It's not where I reside. Ask me where I'm from. That's why. And
Oh,
I
is that what you
can't-
said?
Yeah, ask me where I'm
Oh,
from,
okay.
and that's where I'm from. I can't help it when people ask me
That's
where I'm
right.
from. That's where I'm from.
Oh,
You get me? So we'll see.
no, that's a nice
that's a
little.
very nice profile.
That's a nice
Yeah,
little
man.
profile still.
We'll see how it works, man.
Take
No,
notes,
you are
people.
serious about this. Damn.
It's gonna go off.
It is going to go off.
Yeah, man. Deserves to.
To get my gilly ready.
I'm getting likes as
Maybe
well.
find yourself a Nigerian woman.
I'm getting likes too, man.
Of course you are.
I'm fairly attractive.
Fairly, I'm fairly attractive. So hold on.
Oh, gosh.
How does Hinge work? Is it a swiping? Is it a swiping one? And it's like, oh, how many matches have you had, or is it different?
You get the profile, you read it, and you either exit or you like something on the profile.
Okay.
So you can like one of the pictures or like one of them prompts or reply
Have you
to a
got
question
stats?
or something. What? How many likes I've got?
Yeah.
I don't think I got stats now.
Man, that would shatter a person's confidence.
Let me
It's 2 out of 10.
check
It's
if
wild.
there's any stats.
That is really good. That's very wholesome.
Yeah.
No, there ain't no stats, but I've had
Do you have any results to share so far?
I've had a numerous amount of likes. Well, like I said, I've matched people, but where it's weird, man. I'm not talking to anybody.
Okay.
Like I would match someone, I'm not gonna speak to no one.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And I don't. I need to like get more into my bag more.
Oh, you mean right now you're at a stage where you haven't got the vim to actually speak. It's just
Yeah, maybe some of the matches. You know what it is? Some of the matches, then they'll come, yeah, and then I'm preying it, and I'm like,
nah.
I'm not gonna do this. Like it's not.
Yeah,
saying
enough.
it, innit?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's not enough, so I just would.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Like if that makes sense. Obviously, I'm polite. If people speak to me, I'll speak to them.
Yeah.
But I'm not bothering anyone. I need to find. I've got to find the right thing.
Oh yeah. So essentially you haven't found the one yet.
No.
Okay.
No.
Does it have a voice note function?
Yep.
Oh, it does.
Is that how you basically communicate? Because I don't see you texting back and forth.
Oh no, I'm typing. You're gonna see it because I need to type for when I do the screenshots. When you see the conversations come up and stuff.
Okay.
I can't believe your opening line was the key to my heart. You know, literally.
But you know that I feel like your
Damn.
profile is a bit misleading though.
Why?
It comes across like you're fun-loving, wholesome, and here for a good time.
He is, I think. 100%.
No, but that profile doesn't tell the whole extent of your life and what you're actually about and what you're gonna bring.
Yeah, but you gotta bring the
Totally.
Oh, I don't understand. Now I don't know what he means. What does he mean, Brett?
no, but they gotta bring the key and then you explain
No, obviously
why the
you-
lock is set up
To
this
be
way.
honest, this is a you.
No, obviously,
Present
obviously, you're putting
100%.
your best foot forward, isn't it? Which is what you're meant to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought because I know you, I'm just like this guy's full of shit. You know what I mean,
But you can tell there's wit there.
Yeah, but you know what is that? I've
Feel
always
sarcasm.
felt like these things you were inside you. You used to be doing the whole. But
Yeah.
This is you're speaking from the heart on that. I really believe that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't
I've
normally
saw
put
through
your
this.
profile on page, right? We normally see your profile like
Verbally.
face to face. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's strange having it like broken down into characters because you're pitching yourself.
And very creative with it as well.
Not so creative. I think if he was doing this and he had been used to doing this for a long time, he wouldn't start with like the key to my heart is. You understand? That shows
Naivety.
negligence and
Big
whatnot.
enough.
But
Big enough.
but I'm interested in when you have the first date. Like what foot are you going to put forward? Are you going to put forward the old mags? I'm trying to slam on the first day.
No.
I was gonna say slam.
You're dating for content. You're producing it whilst you're dating.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But I'm trying to take it seriously.
We're taking
Like,
it-
if I slam on the first day, I'll come and tell you that I chopped her, but we're not moving forward.
Damn.
Hold on,
So
so-
is it? Go on. Sorry.
no. So what's your main?
Unless it was like soulmate chop and like this is the one.
I need to know the difference.
You won't know till the morning.
I need to understand what that means.
Like I say, so what's your main motivation here? Is it content
I didn't do that.
or is it actually finding?
Oh, I'm trying to
Love.
kill two birds with one stone.
So it's just a nice balance of both.
Yeah, it's a perfect
Kind of like
balance.
they do on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
It's a TV show, but then some of them actually find love
But-
and end up like that.
But,
Yeah,
but,
honestly, genuinely, it's a perfect balance.
Like Love
but
Island.
would you feel like the girls might not take you seriously because they know you're doing it for content? Not that you're doing
I haven't
for
put it
content,
out there like that though. When I'm talking to them, I'm just talking to them naturally.
I
I'm
know,
not
but
telling
once the
them that.
date happens, you're gonna let them know. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna document this.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
not gonna lie.
I've been
If a
thinking
girl-
about that. I'm thinking
yeah.
about that. I don't know how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, because consent is sexy.
Yeah, because
But do you know what it is though?
Yeah, go on.
I think that you will. I think you can do it after the fact. But I feel like if love is sweet and it's all good and great, I'm gonna tell our story. There's ways to do it in a key to my heart kind of way. This is how guys get me, you know.
I think
You gotta do it like I'm gonna tell our love story.
if it was flipped, I think I'd be turned off.
Is it?
If I met a girl and she's telling me that she's gonna document this for content, what?
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. Where like you get to know them, whatever. And but you know, I would like to document our story, even if it doesn't work out well. Yeah,
That's
just saying
like
document our story. Is that okay? Yeah, document that.
But we
No, Esther, no, don't document that. That sounds like an ick. I'll document
No,
our
but
story.
I'm telling you, this will get the girls.
Are
If
we
a guy's
deep in
telling me,
this?
Wait,
I wanna
are you
document-
telling me if I said that to a girl that, I want to document our story, you'll be like,
No, but this is not the beginning of the date though. Like the date has gone well, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whether it worked out or not, you tell me. Do you know what? That was a nice date. I'd like to talk about that. If that's okay. You gotta get the consent somehow, man. Come on.
In this world where social media is literally connected by the hip, right?
This is so beautiful.
Andrew Wright, she's going to Google's, right?
Yeah.
She's going to find out your mags.
You
Yeah.
will put podcaster there. Oof.
She's going to find out
won't take that one
where
off, actually.
you are delivering the real you.
Yeah.
What is he like?
She's going to be.
no, while you're speaking, I'm thinking of a Westwood freestyle. Andre. Oh shit.
No, but you know what's mad? I hate to say this, yeah. Girls don't fight me, but you know, like girls we can be naive sometimes. I feel like she can see everything in the world, yeah. And she'd be like, no, like I know the real Andre. You guys don't know him like I do. Do you get what I mean?
But you ain't heard track 6. I think it's got a gun.
Nah, I think it's beautiful, man. I think this is really wholesome, very beautiful.
I think what I can do is just, if I could explain to someone that I'm
I'm on a
like,
journey. Let's say you're on a
I'm
journey.
vlogging my experience,
Yeah.
but not necessarily the date, if that makes sense. So it's not like I'm coming to try and put cameras in your face or whatever. But I'm judging the experience of me using Hinge. Then what's wrong with that?
I don't think you need to do all of that because that will.
I'm not because
make
I'm
it
not.
seem-
I don't have to. I'm not going to put people's faces and stuff in that, especially not without permission. So it's not like I'm using them for content.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
But it makes it difficult because I think even saying that would make her feel like as soon as the date's over, you're gonna be in front of a camera talking about it.
'Cause-
So I feel like what you need to figure out is a way to say it like this is a personal journey for me, and I've never really dated, blah blah, or whatever it is that you're doing, and I'm documenting this for myself.
Or maybe just don't tell them.
I was just about to say that. Maybe I could
Because
just not tell them.
what if, he comes on here the next day and tells us, and she watches it, and she's hearing her critique on the show. You know what I mean?
I think actually that's a good point. I think don't tell them. But it's not in a way that you're robbing them of consent because they don't have to give consent because they're not going to be involved in it.
Exactly.
It's your experience.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should bring it up because when you think about it, when we on here, we all say stories from like any part of our life.
Yeah.
So you would just be saying stories of when you've dated. But I think what you will need to do though is not make it like yesterday night. Do you know what I mean? Just, I went out with a girl recently and then just say it like that.
Yeah, maybe it's best to just don't tell them. They don't need to.
Yeah, because it's not a show where it's not a proper like documentary show, like a dating show.
you're
It's not
gonna
that. It's literally
edit
you going
footage
on
together.
dates and then you keeping us abreast of how it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you need to tell anyone anything.
Put yourself in that particular position. The
Yeah.
person who's now matched him on Hinge and talking, and he's come on TDA and basically said, slammed it up.
Yeah.
What did you normally say? Wet fishes? What do you say?
What? Okay,
Sorry,
I get the gist.
Very descriptive.
We don't have to get I get the gist.
And then you find out that he has a platform where
Yeah.
he's here talking every single day.
Yeah.
And you go back and you realize that he's basically documented.
He's come online and talked about it. Yeah, but Brent, when I looked at his Hinge profile, I saw podcaster there. And what do guys do? They talk. So in my mind, you can't like if the podcaster thing is there, ma'am.
Wet is platypus, that's what you say. Yeah.
I don't want to get into that. But yeah, so I think the reality of life now though is that's actually the reality of where we live in now. I wouldn't take offense to a guy talking about me. If whatever he wants to say, that's your business. But I personally wouldn't take offense to it.
All right. And she needs to be up for the poly, or are you gonna drop that in a bit later? Once you connect.
Yeah, maybe once we connect.
It's gonna be difficult, you know. Because she might just want you and nothing else. And,
Yeah.
and you guys might connect.
I don't know
Then
if
you look to introduce this thing.
No, but
then
if
do you know
it's
what
like
it is,
that,
though?
maybe the poly can go out the window. Maybe
That's what I was
This
gonna
is
say.
what I'm saying.
That's what I was gonna say.
All
That's what I
right.
was gonna say. If you don't tell them and then you try and do that, she'll be like, "Well, I wish you told me this. I wouldn't have fallen." But then she
I
might
wish
be
the
so-
camera was on E-Man. The disappointment on E-Man. Listen.
But
The
she-
disappointment in his face. I was
the
like,
connection
what?
might be so beautiful that you end up like, Polly, I'm satisfied with one woman, man. Then we all have to get our outfits ready for the wedding.
This is it. That'll be the wedding.
We're lit.
That'll
Can't
be
wait for that wedding.
Sick.
Yeah, for real, man.
That'll be sick.
Yeah. So when is this done out here? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying
You
to.
know what's done out here? Your other days, the old marks.
Can you say so?
That's done out here.
That's done it here.
Yeah, the one that isn't looking for locks to the key to his heart.
Okay. Honestly, it's just the beginning of the journey. It's going to take time for me to get my footage and go on a date, so bear with me.
Yeah, don't call it footage. Stop. You're not helping yourself. It's not
Yeah,
footage.
you ain't making footage.
You're not making
Unless you want
footage.
to do like a personal diary where you're talking to the camera saying, "Oh guys, yeah, I went out yesterday." Boom,
I
boom,
am.
boom.
This is
That's
it.
what you're doing.
I'm vlogging, I'm filming myself while I'm swiping.
Well, why didn't you?
I'm
well,
giving you
that-
content. No,
Oh,
not
okay,
her. This one's clean. All right. I'm giving you
yeah.
my thought process
Okay.
as I'm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's going off, man. I shouldn't even have told you. I should have just done it.
Or even like in the middle of the day, go to the bathroom. Give us like halftime talk.
All right then.
Yeah.
All of this, everything.
But how are we gonna know? Are you gonna just put? Is it gonna be like a compilation of these things?
Again, you know me. I'm working on the fly.
Yeah, because if you go to the bathroom in the middle of the date and then the date finishes and you post it straight away,
No. I won't be doing that.
she'll know.
Honestly, there's a few kinks I got to work out,
Yeah.
but I'm doing it.
Okay, this is lovely though. I like it.
man.
All I heard is you're dating and I'm here for it.
Next segment is outro.
Let's get into
Yeah, because it's your segment, so you're just.
Sorry, let's get into the outro.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in as always, as you always do. Please like the video before you come out of this. Like and share the video. Do all that great stuff. Follow us on social media, The Day After TNB, on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Every morning we will put out a brief synopsis, just like bullet points of what it is that we're gonna talk about in the show. It would be lovely if you could just go on our Twitter and retweet that for us. If you'd like to send voice notes and text in for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? The number is 075-6484-1073. Join the community as well, community.thenewblack.com. That is where Mark's will be picking his first picks for these dates. So join the community.
Yeah, man.
I'll put in a good word for you as well if you do it that way. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Before we go.
Yeah, what
Go
are you
on,
gonna say,
you
bro? No, go on.
You first.
You guys are very excited. What's going on?
They're calling me E-Man.
No, I'll go first. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Relevant information. Brother, it's content cook,
This
man.
guy, go on.
So, Ebony asked, are you going to tell her about the Vaseline and the condom? Do we guys know about that? Do you all know about this?
I don't know.
Vaseline and the condom.
What Vaseline in a condom?
You're smiling.
This happens when you got people.
What's happening
who
in
never
investing in
hear you.
condom?
I don't.
Patreon.
We was talking about it on the pod.
Apparently,
I don't. It
you
wasn't.
always leave your house with something in your pocket.
No, you don't. No Vaseline condom.
I probably got it on me now.
What's Vaseline for?
My lips.
Yeah, but Vaseline is normal. You're talking about little tin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal.
And then
There
the
was
condom.
it's the implication.
So it's the two in combination.
Yeah.
So what's the case here? Because one can carry both and it's calm.
It's separate, yeah.
But the fact that they're in cahoots means
I
what?
don't know, those are the two things you leave the house with.
Just saying, obviously, what anal. I think that's what they're. I think that's what they're getting at.
Yeah.
Let's just cut to the chase. I think that's what they're getting at.
No, but what are you getting at though? What do you mean what they're getting at? What's your reason for having it?
Oh my
Anal.
days.
Because I ain't got chapstick.
No, not them two isolated items.
You know, when you said chaps, actually, you rubbing the boot hole.
Oh, I didn't even think that. That's crazy. You know how mad that is? And you don't your lips afterwards.
So just wait a minute. Let me just mix the spine. Ew. This show is
Also,
dumb.
if you were doing anal, would you use a condom? I'm asking you. Why are you looking over there?
Wait, what?
Well, I said it.
Just tell me, you need to answer quickly because you like a day in the headlights.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
I'm confused by the question.
I must know.
He's asking that people
If I was doing anal, would I use a condom?
Do you use condom or anal?
Why don't you?
I don't do anal, but I'm asking you. Do you use...
You know condoms are for penetrative sex.
No, but I'm thinking of more, obviously, the Vaseline, is for lubrication.
Yeah.
In the anal, the condom might friction. It might prevent a smooth entry. So I'm thinking it might be best for you to just go in with pure Vaseline on the skin.
Well, as protection.
No, man, for getting.
How can you say? What about Vaseline on skin?
Yusuf is a wild child.
This is mad.
Yusuf is a wild child. I'm gonna tell you that now.
crazy.
Wait, you don't think Vaseline on skin is better than Vaseline on rubber in terms of like smoothness? I don't get it.
I just think the condoms are for a purpose. Yeah. That's what I think. I just think the condoms are for a purpose, and you should use them, regardless of wherever you're gonna put it. I think you should, if you're gonna use them, you should use them.
That's so funny.
In a way, it just feels like condoms would make anal harder. You know what I mean? No? Okay. This outro.
You get the skin-like ones. Might not be that bad.
Let's get into this outro.
I already did the outro. We're meant to finish with the show. I told people to have a good weekend, and this is what you guys want to leave them with.
You want to say goodbye, Emmanuel?
Yeah, man. Yeah, all I was gonna say, the people are calling me Iman Adekunle.
Oh shit! I even snorted like a pig.
That is crazy.
That's class.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh man,
Someone's got to do it.
I need to bring out a PR.
I'm actually surprised you actually let him keep that up.
I think she did. I think
No,
you
because
guys.
you know
I'm
when
sorry,
you-
yeah, but remember the conversation we had in the last show
Yeah.
after the cameras went off, where we're trying to get to this year?
What's it again?
I'll remind you when the cameras go off. Where we're trying to get to?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just
Sacrificial
got to
lamb,
be
man.
what it is, yeah. Plus, it's a long year. I mean, this guy's talking about anal. Who knows what clip is next?
I can
No.
redeem myself.
No. Do not clip that out, please. I beg you. I'm asking you, please.
Yeah. What a day.
Yeah, man.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye.